wake up and let the weirdness begin. It's the KVJ show to start your morning. Kevin is the host, and his skin pigment is whiter than Casper the Ghost. Virginia sounds like this. Nickname Vicious Beast, so don't get her pissed. It's Jason talks like a spaz, and they love to talk about Bigfoot and stats. So get ready, here we go. You're listening to 97.9 with the KVJ show.
Good morning, welcome to your Friday. It is the KVJ show. Hello, everybody. Here we go.
Hello. Happy Friday.
Yeah, that's right. It is a weekend.
This one went by slow, didn't it? This week?
They all do.
And I wasn't even here 2 of the days.
I know you had 2 days vacation.
I wouldn't call it vacation.
No, okay.
That's why it was probably slow.
Yeah.
You were still doing work stuff, but it was not like the routine.
You were just kind of sitting there, yeah.
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 When you had the fake corona.
The fake, yes. Kind of like your pink eye.
Mm-hmm.
We know a lot about fake illness on this show.
Fake corona. I didn't do anything fun either. That's what stinks.
Oh, that's too bad. That is too bad. Well, here we go. We are on KVJ TV right now. You can dial us up, go to YouTube, and you can find the KVJ show. We're pretty much all over the place. Social media as well. If you're not already, you need to be following the KVJ show. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're pretty much everywhere that you would like to find us on your favorite platforms. And I always love kind of like checking in with the KVJ show Facebook. You can tell when somebody's a little bit older and they respond to KVJ on Facebook because they don't fully understand, like Kathy, who responded, said, please don't post on my storyline. Well, Kathy, we're not posting on your storyline. That's algorithms. Facebook does all that stuff.
I saw that. I almost emailed.
We're not posting. That's just, it came up in your feed somehow, and I can't explain that. Take that to Facebook. That's not KVJ.
I was going to send her a message just to clarify because I was so confused by that.
She's so confused by Facebook. She doesn't know how it works. She thinks that we've deliberately sought her out and are posting material she doesn't want. But that's not really how Facebook works, Kathy. But,
that's awesome.
If we could stop posting on your page, we would. So go check it out and make sure you subscribe to any of the platforms, because if you want us, we'll be there. And even if you don't, we'll be there.
It's the KVJ dirt of the day. It's the KVJ dirt of the day. Virginia, take it away, because you know we need that dirt of the day.
Well, coming up in a sec, TV ratings for the vice presidential debate are in. Before we get to that, Katharine McPhee, your girl that you love,
her,
is pregnant. The 36-year-old singer just announced that she and her 70-year-old husband, David Foster, who can still get it, apparently.
That's why I like her. She likes older men. That's good.
They are expecting, this is her first child, but it's not his first child. I mean, he's got a cornucopia of offspring out there frolicking.
Is he the dude that is responsible for many hits from the 70s, 80s, and 90s? This David Foster guy?
Yeah.
He was a writer, co-writer?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I think I've seen him in documentaries before.
Silver Fox.
Yeah, knows he's awesome.
Yeah. He was married to one of my girls, Yolanda, from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So
Okay.
he was prominently featured on that show for a good couple seasons.
He has rich guy hair.
He has rich guy everything. Yeah, when you watch those shows, you get to see inside their house. David Foster's crib, not so shabby.
Really?
Oh, the guy's got to be worth a ton of money.
You should look it up.
I
How
will.
much is David Foster worth? He's not messing around. Katharine McPhee is gorgeous pregnant, too. Oh, my gosh. She was gorgeous before, but, man, she just is beautiful.
Yeah, they're going to be okay. That baby will be just fine. He's worth $150 million, and she's worth her own money.
Yeah, she's not too shabby either, so. It looks like they're adding a 37-year-old attorney to be the first ever black cast member of The Real Housewives of New York City, another franchise that I love. Ebony Williams is her name, and she's going to be joining coming up for the upcoming season because Tinsley quit and Dorinda had a meltdown. So Ebony will be the new cast member.
How many terrible franchises are you a fan of? It seems like it's over 10.
I would probably say about 10.
Yeah,
that's
it seems double
a fair
digit.
number. And finally here, the TV ratings, something I did not watch, the vice presidential debate.
I bet they were high.
They were actually up compared to 2016. I guess the face-off between Pence and Harris drew 58 million viewers.
Wow.
That's good.
Across
that is amazing.
18 different outlets. So
Wow.
it was also the second most watched vice presidential debate of the past 24 years. So
Yeah, it's, I think the thing that's great is there's going to be a lot more people than ever participating in the system and voting. Even people like Shaq,
I couldn't believe this when I heard this.
Right, who's never been a part of the system before.
I've never voted before, America, but now I'm doing all these voting campaigns, and one thing I never like to do is be a hypocrite. So the other day, I got my absentee ballot. In other words, America, I voted for the first time, and it feels good. Thank you. This message was paid for and approved by Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, yeah. It's good. So, yeah, people are really plugged into this.
and that's what's going on in your dirt of the day.
It's time for viral audio.
So hide your kids, hide your wife.
Double rainbow all the way across the sky.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
For a guy who grew up a Van Halen fan, this was heartwarming to see. Eddie Van Halen passed away earlier this week at the age of 65, and some of his former bandmates, Sammy Hagar and Michael Anthony, who were in the second rendition of it. Michael Anthony was there from the beginning of Van Halen and then was there through much of the Sammy Hagar years. They decided to get together and pay tribute to Eddie Van Halen.
After the unfortunate thing that happened with Eddie Van Halen, which was for Mike and I, was just like getting hit by a freaking Mack truck. I tell you, a Van Halen song never felt so hard to sing and play in my life.
It was hard.
It was.
It's very surreal right now, and it hasn't sunk in yet.
Well, what I felt playing, especially a song like Right Now that's so timeless, I felt, wow, thank God for this. You know what I mean? It's like we'll never play with Eddie again, but thank God for this.
But we have the music.
The music will live forever.
I mean, and if nothing else, we love you, Eddie.
So
It's very terrible. I mean, a major player in your life like that, gone.
Yeah, absolutely. Sammy Hagar and Michael Anthony still make music together. They're in the same band now, so they were off and doing that. Some fun here. Apparently, kids love Google Assistant because the Google Assistant will fart for them.
It really does. My sister would do this for me. My oldest sister, she loves playing farts through the system.
Okay, Google, make the sound of a fart.
Guys,
This is a fart. Okay, Google, make the sound of a fart. This is a fart.
For anybody who says that farts aren't funny, I completely disagree with you.
Amen.
Ask the kids, they love farts.
this is the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
What are you thinking about? What are you thinking about? What's on your mind? Are you thinking about? What are you thinking about?
What you think about today, Jay Bird?
Well, I got my big doctor's appointment today after the show. I'm going to Dr. Murphy. That's me and Virginia's doctor. We share a doctor.
Yes, we do.
We share a lot around these parts.
We share too much.
I would agree. And it's kind of annoying because the doctor is into Cuesta. And it's also It's also right by a pizza place that I want, but I'm on a diet, so I can't even get my pizza today. I'm a little annoyed.
That pizza place probably has salad.
Get out of here with that crap. But yeah, I've been having those dizzy spells, so I'm hoping that they can look at my blood work and at least start to zone in on what's going on here. I think the dizziness also is affecting my sleep. I'm always talking about how terrible my sleep is. It does kind of feel like sometimes when I get out of the bed, dizziness happens. So hopefully Dr. Murphy can zero in on that. But I know how this works when it comes to blood work and all that. You do your blood work and they look at it, and then it's another 3 days until they even know what's going on. Then they send you to another doctor that doesn't really know either.
Well, I think what she'll do is probably have you come back in after she gets the results so you guys can look at everything and talk about it.
You know what they're doing now, too, because everything is so crazy with the pandemic? A lot of doctors are doing Zoom calls with you.
Virtual.
You're having virtual doctor meetings. They wanted to do one with me on Monday, or not face to face, but through the virtual stuff. And I'm like, nah, I want to go in there. Let's make this real.
Well, you want to go in there because today you should give her the blood results that you already got. And so she can see where you were like 2 weeks ago. And then when she draws your blood, she can compare with all the improvements.
Yeah, so Panchita said in the chat room, you change your eating habits, your body's adjusting. I agree with you, Panchita, but these dizzy spells were happening before I did all that. So hopefully blood work would do that, right? Or
Absolutely.
When it comes to dizzy stuff, do they have to put your head in like a thingy?
An MRI?
Yeah.
You could. You could eventually have to get your head in a thingy.
That's the medical term.
Yes.
Mr. Pennington, put your head in this thingy.
And give us $4,000.
Yeah. I've done, whatever the one is, when I donated my kidney, they put me through that thing, the iron thing, where they test you for every kind of disease known to man, and it's a weird sensation. I think it's the iodine maybe. And you can taste it in your tongue, you can feel it in your butt, you can feel it in your nards and in your private.
You liked it, didn't you?
It was not a cool feeling.
Weird.
They tell you right before you get in, yes, you may have some weird sensations in your penile area.
They say that.
They do.
That's how they call it?
And
Did you pop a boner?
No, it's not that kind of feeling.
Oh.
It's a sensation. It almost feels like you need to relieve something, but you don't though.
Oh.
And it's the same way with your
Ew.
butt. It's just the way it's the way it is. But nothing happens. It gives you a sensation, and that's the thing I like because it tells you pretty much anything that's wrong with you. But I feel like doctors don't do that stuff.
Well, if they can't figure out what's wrong with you by looking at the blood work, they will order more tests. And if you need like an MRI or the iodine thing or any of that, they're going to try to figure out what's wrong with you. They're not going to just say, we don't know, crap.
That iodine thing's weird, Kev, because they put you in this odd chamber-like thing.
That does sound odd.
It's a whole production.
Okay.
Female or male attendant?
It was a female, which made
That's
it
no good.
that much more awkward. And you're right. And she was very attractive. And
It's terrible.
I hated the feeling, kind of like when someone's working on my teeth. I don't want you to be hot.
I love it when the doctors are a little bit older, a little bit more seasoned, and they're not so attractive.
I want you to have hair coming out of your ear and nose. I want you a little jacked up from time if you're checking my body out. I don't want to be attracted to you.
I don't want you to look at me and think, ooh, they're gross.
There are so many hot people in the medical community, and it really sucks. Especially if let's say you have butt problems, and then you have to go see a hot doctor. That is rough.
Oh, if you have like a colon specialist and she's like supermodel hot, there's no way.
You have penile issues? Oh, hey, hot doctor, how's it going? It ain't cool, man. We need ugly people in the medical facility.
Yes, ugly people, where are you?
What you got on your mind today, Virginia?
Don't go anywhere, Dennys. So I don't know if you guys saw yesterday. Dennys was doing something that I've done before. A little bit of that cool sculpting. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I think I've done different variations of this kind of stuff.
Yes. How's your tummy feeling, Dennys? Let me see.
I'm a little tender today.
What's going on over
Tender
there?
tummy?
Let me see your markings, because they were going to put on 4 different spots on his belly.
I mean, you're making the man expose his belly. He's not me.
He put it on Facebook.
So they put these suction cups on you and they suck your fat up there and then they freeze it, right? And they do that for like 45 minutes each spot.
Right,
so
yeah.
It's kind of like I have like 4 hickeys on my stomach.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah, it sucks. Like, oh, yeah, it sure looked fine.
You don't
It's puffy.
You have a good stomach, man. You don't need this.
But they're talking about giving our boy a 6-pack.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
This is supposed to give you a 6-pack.
Well, he's got to do several treatments. First with the cool sculpt, and then what's the other thing?
So it's the cool tone. So the cool sculpt sucks your fat, freezes it, and then the fat cells die and they never come back. So they said once you get to a certain percentage of fat in that area, there's a machine they put on it that stimulates your muscles in your abdomen. And I guess it's like 28,000 reps in one session.
Crunches.
Like crunches, 28,000.
But you just lay there.
You do like 3 sessions
It's
with
a
that.
lazy man's crunch.
It is.
Interesting.
You're all over social media this week. I'm seeing
seems so.
you're doing push-ups. You're getting sculpted.
Yeah, he is.
I am watching your belly because
Shredded Dennys.
you are the perfect test specimen. You're not a fat guy. You don't have fat anywhere else. You have a tiny, tiny microscopic little tummy.
Well, thank you, V.
But if you turn out of this on the other side with a six-pack, that'll be a fun journey.
When will we see the six-pack? When does that happen?
So yesterday was my first treatment. You have to wait because I'm going to be puffy and swollen for maybe like 2 weeks. But they said my next one's in November, about November 19th. And then a month after that, I could start doing the toning. And they say about 2 or 3 of those, I should have a six-pack.
You can do naked pictures for Christmas.
I could have like the V on my stomach.
The V is hot, Denny.
I'm puffy and swollen. I haven't been sculpted for anything. I'm just puffy and swollen.
It was fun to go with somebody who's never done stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
I went with him yesterday just to watch him, and he's just kind of like, he looked like if you saw like a fish riding a bicycle. Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, what?
I was outside my environment, but
I mean, you're getting abs. You're growing your hair long. I would look out. Ralston might try to take you out.
This guy's going to be like a model. He's got it. I applaud everything he's doing. I think it's fantastic.
Get it, Dennys.
Get it, Mr. Body.
I'll never have those Kevin abs. But I'm working.
Even if you're going through something, y'all, you don't have to look like it. You can put it together. Even if we're all mentally going through Corona, we can still work on our outward appearance.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah, I'm mentally and spiritually at a fine place. You're the crazy one.
But yes, it was a fun experience. Plus, I was taking this year kind of as the reset year. It's kind of an off year anyway for everybody. So,
well, thank you for sharing your journey.
Well, no problem.
Home run, Josh.
Oh, yeah.
A couple domestic things for me. One, Denny's gave me those mosquito Dunkaroos, and I plopped those down in some potted plants that might be the condos for the mosquitoes that keep dive bombing me while I'm inside my house.
They look like little donuts.
Yeah.
I dare you to eat one.
They look delicious. You dare me?
I dare you.
I would definitely not eat that.
I got the devil and the angel on both sides of me
Yeah.
right now. Who do I listen? I'll listen to the angel.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's a genetically modified bacteria, so you definitely don't want to be eating that.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what happens with that because I have a mosquito in my bedroom, and I don't know if it's the same mosquito or a separate mosquito, but one in my work area.
Oh.
And either way, they are always there. And again this morning, here I am, just, I do this wild motion where it flies right in front of my eyes, and I can see it. And somehow yesterday it bit me on the foot. One of them did.
Oh.
And I got a big old mosquito bite on my foot. You ever had that? Because when you wear a shoe, you've got an eternal itch on your foot. It is like these mosquitoes are the constant curse of my life.
The only thing that will fix it is putting your foot underneath a scalding hot tub. A faucet.
Yeah, that does actually do it. I'm trying not to dig because I used to be, man, I would scratch these things until they bleed because then you get frustrated. You're like, ugh. But now I'm trying the rubbing around the area technique instead of the digging in with the nails, and it seems to be effective, but it's still not fun to have.
You got a real mosquito issue going on.
I do. Yeah, it really drives me crazy. You should see me. And man, yesterday I was going into my house and they know. As soon as the door opened, 3 of them trying to like, whoa, and I slammed the door real fast and they hit the door. It's like they've got some kind of plan going on.
They see you pull up. They know your car.
I'm like, it's like they must talk and they've got this all figured out, be it going, hey, this delicious dude lives right in there. And he's always got exposed feet or ankles.
They see you make that turn down your street, and they all get together. Okay,
here he comes.
The Kevin Ralston is coming. He's got delicious blood.
Couldn't believe it. 3 at one time. I barely cracked the door, and they all were going right for the opening. And I'm like, no! I closed that real fast.
They see that pumpkin booty. They see that hair. They like that sweet blood.
Like I said, I am 5-star gourmet mosquito meals.
You are.
I am absolutely delicious. There's no doubt about it. So, Denny's, that could be a life changer if that works.
Do you ever?
Well, it should. I say you can take solace in the fact that I was in the same situation where I was getting eaten alive in my house and on my porch.
I mean, where do you go for any kind of solace, Virginia?
Thank you.
But 2 weeks, the number started diminishing, and now I'm in 0 mosquitoes.
Whoa, I can't wait for that. It's going to be a great day.
Do you ever get that where the mosquito lands on you and you swat it, but you actually kill it, and there's blood on your arm, and you're thinking, is that my blood?
It's not. It's your neighbor.
Is that Port St. Lucie blood?
Chances are the mosquito didn't fly from PSL to West Palm.
You don't know about pizzle mosquitoes. Stop speaking for the pizzle mosquitoes, Virginia.
The other thing that I'm surprised at yesterday, I'm trying to see what I can, opportunities to help around the house and just be, a better husband and man. And so I saw.
Can you talk to mine?
Well, I think we all have to take on our own.
I love that.
Individual things as they hit us, Virginia. And so I said, I'm going to get these dishes clean. And I put them in the dishwasher. And my wife's like, did you wash those? I'm like, no. I rinced them off and I put them in the dishwasher to be washed. She's like, no, you got to wash. So today I washed the dishes and I was like, is this normal? And I asked the question on our KVJ Show Twitter, do you wash your dishes by hand before putting them in the dishwasher? Because to me, that just seems like madness. What are we doing? And 53% said no, what's the point? Which is how I felt yesterday. Like, what are we doing? Why do we have a dishwasher? I don't get this. And 47% said yes, they wash their dishes by hand before putting them in the dishwasher for sanitization. So it's almost a 50-50 split. I could not believe the numbers on that.
My sister does that too. I'm like, why are you washing the dishes and then putting them in the dishwasher?
Well, I'm taking away from this. I'm just glad I'm not married.
Yeah.
Paper plates over here. Can't relate.
Paper plate Pennington.
Right? So that was a lot closer than I imagined. I really was shocked to see that number. I figured that my wife was just crazy, but maybe I'm crazy.
No, maybe there's a lot of crazy people out there.
That's true.
We're all a little crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah. And another thing, I should have taken a photo. I didn't. I took it upon myself yesterday. I trimmed my dog Coco, her hair, and I tell you, I think it looks like she went to the groomer. I think I did an amazing job.
I like it. I want to see this picture.
Yeah, I should have snagged a photo, but I just kept looking at her. She looked so much better, and I'm like, wow, I did that.
This is in your wheelhouse because you like the topiary arts.
Yes.
You love trimming bush.
Now I found
now you've just found a bush with legs.
I found a new joy. I am so excited for her hair to grow back. I can't wait to trim her again.
Okay, let's talk about this. This could be a side hustle. People drop their dogs off. You trim the dogs up.
Could you see if I did a side business grooming dogs? Like, how random and weird is that?
Riggy's Grooming.
What does Kevin do on the weekends? He's got a dog grooming business. You'd be like, okay.
You got my services.
You love dogs.
I will sign Chewy up today. Consider him your first customer.
Okay. I don't know if he's the kind of dog you groom, but I could give it a shot.
I just bring him over. We just spend time with him.
Okay. All right. Yeah, why not? So I'll snag a photo and I'll post that up on my social media today. So I'm leading this really weird, bizarre domestic life this week.
Are you like my dad where you're in denial and you think you did a good job? Because my dad used to think he could give good haircuts and he'd give haircuts.
I have that question in my mind and I don't know. I didn't get, and trust me, my family's quick to criticize and they noticed the dog yesterday and I did not get any criticism.
Okay.
And you don't get compliments in my house.
Never.
But when you don't get, not having criticism is like having a compliment.
Okay.
And so I wasn't criticized. So that to me, I'm like going, okay, that's like the silent compliment.
Because my dad gave me a haircut that bought me about 9 months of bullying. I'm not even kidding you. It was so bad.
Yeah.
He's like, no, it looks great.
My dad did that to me.
I'm like, Dad,
too.
you're in denial.
Yeah, I think that was 70s parents. They just love the scissor.
They'd cut off a sideburn and still say it looked good.
Yeah, my dad used a ruler and my hair was a crooked line and then he tried to, it's crazy. It looked like a ruler and a protractor.
But he loved doing it, didn't he?
He did, yeah, he did. I hated it. He had a thinning comb that would rip your hair out. It was supposed to thin it, but it was like a comb that had a razor in it, but the razor was dull. So it would just snag your hair and then he would rip chunks of your... So I had these huge divots.
It's thinning up nicely.
It looked like I had mange.
That's why you're bald.
It was
ripped out your
dad.
Damn.
Yes.
It all traces back.
Yes, I started male pattern baldness at 9. It's terrible.
Damn.
Coming up here in a couple of minutes, I want to see how many of these Virginia can relate to. I found a new Twitter thing, #MomLife. It's kind of interesting, some of the stuff that went on there, but how many of those things that I saw posted yesterday on Twitter can Virginia relate to and other moms as well? I got that for you coming up.
Check out KVJ TV on YouTube or just log on to kvjshow.com to watch the show now. Powered by Cleveland Clinic, where every life deserves world-class care. Now, back to the KVJ Show on 97.9 WRMF.
Well, this is a mom thing that maybe Virginia will relate to, and you've got a new little page that you can check out on Twitter. It's #MomLife. Moms are putting up different things, experiences that they have, and it is kind of entertaining. It is very flabbergasting and exhausting, but there's also a lot of joy that comes out of being a mommy. Some of the comments that were up there, somebody put, in my purse right now, I have a half-eaten hot dog, slime, old popcorn, a sippy cup, and a corkscrew.
That sounds like Virginia's car.
I mean, does that sound like mom purse or what?
Oh, my
I love at the end
gosh.
it's corkscrew, because you got to get to your wine. All those things add up to a need of wine.
Yes, they do.
I had a feeling most moms would probably relate to that.
If Virginia ever stalls out with her car, she'll be fined for at least a week with the food from Rocco.
He's right. I have so much food in that car from Rocco stashing little nuggets here and candy corn there.
It's good eats, too. You'll have some good items in there.
It's so gross. Like the crumbs that kids leave around is so gross.
Oh, they're repulsive.
Oh, it's so gross. Another one says, I'm at the, quote, stop hitting each other, don't look at each other, and don't breathe on each other portion of my day with my kids.
Yeah, I was at that the other day in the Home Goods parking lot, and I snapped.
There was nothing good about it.
There's nothing good about Home Goods.
She put on this post on hashtag MomLife, I hate that no matter how hard you try to keep quiet during nap time, it never fails that you inevitably trip over the fire truck toy with the loudest siren. That's maybe more of a baby thing. You get the baby to sleep finally, and then you make a big noise and you wake it up.
Totally could see that.
Mm-hmm. Another tweet said, been humming to myself all morning long, and it just now occurred to me 3 hours later what that tune actually is. If you're happy and you know it, clap your hands.
That song still holds up, too, for the kids. They love it.
They love it.
Yeah, and there you go.
Kids like the crappiest music, videos, YouTube. The programming that Rocco subjects us to is appalling.
The bar is set so low, isn't it? The threshold for entertainment.
Peppa Pig is great.
Okay.
Compared to some of the crap piles he wants to watch on the main TV on YouTube. So he puts YouTube on the big TV and he watches these stupid videos with these stupid YouTube kids, and they're acting out stuff with their bad actor parents. It's awful.
The parents are the problem.
The parents are definitely the problem, but the kids are no picnic either.
No, but that video doesn't get uploaded unless the parent is involved. So I blame the parent.
Maya and Allie, I think, are the names of these two broads. Ugh.
Yeah, all my friends that have kids, they're all into the YouTube people.
Watching other kids' family drama stories that these families create.
Okay.
Opening
boxes.
They love watching kids opening up other presents. They just love watching it. That's their thing.
I know. It is unbelievable. Some of the highest grossing people on YouTube, one kid is in the top 10, and that's all he does. I can't remember how many millions he makes every year just doing that, making those videos.
It ain't right.
You're just like, wow, I don't get life.
I'm aging out of Earth, Kevin.
It's unbelievable. And this is a tweet all about those questionable meltdowns that kids have. You ever seen your kid get so distressed about the most inconsequential thing, and you're like, this really is what's bothering you? One mom tweeted out, she said, I wiped my 2-year-old's runny nose and I threw the tissue in the toilet. My daughter bursts into tears, collapses on the floor dramatically because I flushed her nose and she wants it back right now.
I get it, though. You're a kid. You think your nose is gone. It's important.
Well, if you always have somebody playing that trick, which I aged out of that, I think, early because I was like, this is dumb. Like,
you don't have my nose, dude.
I know that's your thumb. Like, who would fall for this? Do kids actually ever fall for the whole, do they?
The dumb ones, yeah.
Oh, I fell for it a lot.
Is this a trick?
Case in point.
Is this...
my dad played tennis at this one park in Lake Park, and there was always some creepy guys around, and their go-to move was, hey, I've got your nose. Man.
And he was like 16.
So it's an early intelligence test for your children. Something else I thought was interesting. Moms revealed the top 5 qualities they want to instill in their kids. I'm going to have Virginia write out a couple, maybe her top 3, and see if she matches the list.
This is a good one. I saw something like this on Facebook yesterday. All the things that you want your son to be.
Yeah.
Like, there's things that you want to make sure your kids have before they go out in the world.
When you're a parent, I think you always have this in your head.
Yes.
And it might just be me, but I always feel like I'm falling way short. And
Every day.
I'm like, I'm not doing this right.
Every
I
day.
can't figure this out. I'm not preparing this child the right way for what they're going to have to do in life.
I think most people feel that way because
Yes.
you're dealing with a life and you don't want to raise a jerk, so you're constantly questioning yourself. I think it's healthy to do.
Yeah, maybe that's just part of being a parent, that you just always feel like you're just not enough. So what are those top qualities moms are saying that they're hoping to instill in their kids, and does Virginia match up? We'll find out next. I appreciate one of our KVGA Nationers doing the heavy lifting for us. We were talking about kids in the low bar for entertainment and how they just watch another kid open gifts and are mesmerized. How much that kid was making on YouTube? Somebody sent me the information on this. It is YouTube's Ryan Toys Review. It's an 8-year-old boy who made $22 million in a single year reviewing toys.
Yeah,
single year.
I'm a hater. I can't stand it. It's not fair.
How
He's
much? 22?
He's 8. He's making $22 million. It's not fair. I'm drinking my haterade.
I really wish I hadn't read that.
I know. It puts you in a funk.
I was ready for Friday until then. Wow. Okay. All right. Well, clearly his parents are doing a lot better than I am.
Good for you, kid. Good for you.
I have a list here of the top qualities that moms say that they're hoping to instill in their kids. And I think that we all probably have this, and maybe you're close to the mark. I was just kind of curious what Virginia's list would be. If you had to say maybe top three things that first jump to mind on the top qualities that you'd like to instill in all your kids, Virginia.
Oh, my gosh.
Great dancer, obviously.
They're not getting that from me. I think that they are kind out in the world. Like, the worst thing I could think of is like if somebody came to me and told me my kid was a bully.
You pulled up to this school and you see Rocco being mean to these kids, and that's got to break your heart.
Oh, that would be awful. If he was being mean to kids that maybe like were disadvantaged, I would probably whip his ass right there in front of the school.
In your opinion, that deserves a whooping?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I worry sometimes about Rocco. I don't worry about Mags. She's pretty sweet and she's kind and she really throws love around. But Rocco doesn't have that empathy sometimes where like he'll run up to you and like punch you in the vagina and not realize it's gonna hurt.
So that is something we probably got to work on. Not in these times.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm like, Rocco, that hurts. You can't hurt people. And I don't know if it's a difference between just a young boy and he'll grow out of it or if he truly doesn't have empathy for others' pain.
With that said, though, it's an amazing move in the game Mortal Kombat.
Is there a button for that?
I think there is a special move.
Okay. By the way, you're on point because number one that mom said was kindness. So
That's to me, I agree, the most important because that kind of goes for a lot of categories. Kindness bleeds into a lot of other categories.
Another top quality you'd like to see in your kids, Virginia. Kindness is one.
Kindness is one. I think intelligence is another. I want them to be able to figure things out on their own, problem solve, not have to, be in situations where they're feeling hopeless or helpless. I want them to have their own confidence in their intelligence to figure their way out of stuff in life.
Good, you're okay because Panda's smart, so you're going to be okay.
And that's
You got
good.
a lot of balls.
That's number 3 on the list. Kindness, intelligence, one more quality.
One more quality. Maybe kindness, intelligence, and
Cocktail making?
I want them to be creative too. I want them to feel creative and have outlets and do fun things and live a joyful, creative life.
Okay. I think that's strong. Those are 3 very strong qualities. The top qualities in order, you got kindness 1. They put loving their family 2. I don't know necessarily how you teach that. I guess you can teach and exhibit love and hope that it's contagious.
Yeah, both of my kids got that. They both love their family.
Well,
so I'm lucky.
I feel like that's one of those ones where kindness bleeds in. If you're a kind-hearted soul, there's a good chance you're going to be loving your family.
The intelligence is 3, a strong work ethic is 4, and then individuality is number 5.
Okay.
When they poll moms.
I like all that. I think work ethic's very important too.
It is. And you can set the example for that by just showing them, like, we never give up. You just, if this is working, great. If it's not working, work on something different. But if you don't work, you're not going to make it happen.
What would your list be if you had to say?
I think that all those things, empathy is one of the biggest things. To me, I think that the core root of it starts there. The hardest thing that I have in today's day and age, and especially with that, is seeing people showing a lack of empathy for others. And I think that is, if everyone had a solid amount of empathy for everybody and tried to find some sympathy and understanding for fellow man, I think that the earth would be a much better place and we get along a lot better. Empathy would be number 1. I would then basically just copy off of Virginia. A strong work ethic is probably number 2 for me. I'm a big believer in that. That was instilled in me at a very early age.
Laziness has got to be tough if you're a parent and you were a hard worker and your kid's not.
It is tough. And if you see, and kids, we all have a propensity to gravitate towards laziness. That is just a human quality.
It's easier.
It really is. And I think that you have to condition yourself to be a hard worker because we are all predisposed to find the easy way out in everything in life.
I think hard work and smart work, though, there needs to be a differentiation and teaching them the difference to use your mind and be creative and think of ways to work less and make more.
But even if you're smart, you're still a hard worker. I'm sorry. Not everyone's that 8-year-old YouTuber that makes $29 million opening up toys. Most people, when they're smart, are still working hard.
And one other thing that I agree with Stephanie and Zach in the chat room said is honesty. I believe that your character, your word has got to be your bond. We wind up in so many situations today where it is they say, I say. And too often, if someone has a pattern of, I've seen a lot of things that I didn't necessarily believe them on. I always tell my kids that. I said, you may wind up in a very tough situation where it is your word against somebody else. And if you have a track record of people saying, there's no way that kid lied. I know that kid, even when it will cost them a lot, will always tell you the truth. I would love to see that in my kids, if those are the 3 qualities.
In the Kevin Ralston's world, is there ever a good time to lie, ever, in any situation, any scenario?
I mean, if you came up with them, I mean, there are maybe ways to phrase things, and it does get tricky. I know we've had that conversation about these type situations where it's tough, and I think there's a nice way to say certain things, but I try to stay away from it.
We lied to murderers to trick them. That's a good lie.
Okay.
Right?
I lied to my grandma yesterday on the phone.
Dang.
About what?
Well, we were talking about, everybody's health, and she asked me how we're all feeling, and she asked me if anybody's been sick, and I said no. I said I didn't want to tell her that I had the antibodies because I didn't want her to worry.
Well, technically you're not sick right this second, so you're not lying.
I know, but I think somebody in the family told her that I have the antibodies, and she was fishing around asking me if I did.
She knows now that you're lying to her?
Probably.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Your sweet grandma knows you're all.
If she doesn't know, I didn't want her to know because I don't want her to be worried. It's not going to do.
But you're past it.
I know, but it's not going to do her any good to worry that I came up there and visited her and I was at some point, at least, we don't know when, but at some point, probably contagious with the coronavirus.
When did you visit her? What was
I
the
visited
date?
her after 2 negative tests.
No, I know. What's the date? Like how long ago?
This is back in August.
Yeah, you're good. I mean, we've talked to your grandma before, and I can tell you this. She is way less of a panicker than you are.
And if she hasn't contracted it by now, you didn't give it to her.
Oh, no, I don't think I gave it to her, but I'm just saying I don't want her to worry about it and worry that we dealt with it. Like, I just want everything to be rosy for Grandma.
Okay.
All right. Well, lie your ass off then.
I did.
She's going to be like, that Virginia, how dumb does she think I am?
Yeah.
I've been on this planet how many years, and they told me she had coronavirus, and she's trying to tell me, no, we're fine. I never had it.
She's like, I listen every single morning on the live stream.
And now she's lying on the radio. How dumb does she think I am? Coming up on Saturday, SNL will be back again, their second live show of this new season. And the musical act who was to be is not going to be. Morgan Wallen is a up-and-coming country star. The young kids like him. He's a young mullet-wearing, hard-partying country boy who's got some hit songs in the country charts. And I don't know how often they put a country star on SNL. I don't remember many instances of that.
It's usually when they have a crossover.
Yeah.
Like a Garth.
And this guy really, I don't think anything has crossed over for him.
So he was about to be groundbreaking and he blew it.
Well, I think they've had country stars on there before.
I know they have, but the frequency is not high. So to see a country star playing on SNL, that is a feat in and of itself because it is not a common occurrence. I don't know how many country stars they average per season, but I would imagine they may go years between country stars from what I remember. And so this Morgan Wallen, he had his invitation revoked after last weekend. He was seen doing some hard partying in Alabama. He was doing shots, kissing girls, all kinds of stuff. I saw a brief little clip of some of the footage on it. And yesterday we were talking a little bit about the hard partying life of Eddie Van Halen, who died at the age of 65. He had throat cancer is eventually what took him out. But these stories about, doing cocaine, a lifetime of smoking, the amount of drinking that he was doing. And they said, look, to live to 65, considering how he lived, very fortunate. But he was in an era, Eddie Van Halen, where they a lot of times would supply the drugs. They would enable these rock stars. That was just part of what they did, how they lived their life. They would trash hotel rooms. They had this hedonistic behavior, and it was almost part of the persona of the band.
Keith Moon was the one that really started the whole trashing the hotels and all that.
The drummer for The Who.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he died very young.
He did.
There were a lot of rock stars that did. In fact, they have the 27 Club, which is major musicians and singers that have died at the age of 27. You have your Janis Joplins, your Jimi Hendrix are in there.
Your Mama Cass.
Yeah, I believe Mama Cass might have been 27 in the 27 Club. I know that who was the singer that died of the drug overdose in the 2000? Amy Winehouse.
Amy Winehouse is in the 27 Club.
Yeah.
She actually tried to get sober and then died, which is weird.
Well, it does.
Do you know that though for a fact?
That's what her family said.
I mean, do you know that though? Was she?
They said she was trying to get sober.
I'm saying she could have been trying to get sober. But did she have a relapse?
Maybe, I don't know. Her family was quick to say that she was on the path of sobriety.
Put your family through a lot. Put your body through a lot when you go through that. And I thought this was really interesting because there was one country morning show that I saw was talking a little bit about Morgan Wallen. They're more plugged into the lifestyle of it, but it shows you the difference in the era. We played the apology yesterday of Morgan Wallen. Sounded very somber. And they're going, wow, he's really broken up about losing that SNL gig. Apparently, it wasn't really just that. They had, in a sense, an intervention with Morgan Wallen. His people, his management, his crew, his label, everybody got with him. And they said, dude, you're out of control. And they said, there's a lot of stuff. And apparently there's a lot of hard partying stories with Morgan Wallen. And they said, you know what? Your appearance on Saturday Night Live is not just about you. And they brought people forward and they said, you just took money out of his pocket. You took money out of her pocket. You are the face of a lot of people putting you together and making you who you are. And when you do something like this and you live this life, you're not just responsible for yourself. You're responsible for families. You're feeding people. And there are a lot of people that invest into the brand of Morgan Wallen. And a lot of his somber tone, I think, was after he got a massive tongue lashing from everyone in his camp that sat him down and said, you are messing with a lot of lives, not just your own. I understand you're young, you got everything you want, you can go party, but you can't when it is costing gigs and money for these people.
Yeah, when you played that audio yesterday, he legit sounded somber, and he seemed like he was bummed out.
Well, this makes sense because I'm like, oh, wow, he's really broken up over an SNL appearance. And I think he did. I think they sat him down, he got a butt chewing, and then they turned on that camera. And so I think what you're hearing was Morgan Wallen talking right after he had a line of people coming to him and saying, okay, I want you to see the faces of who you messed with. This is what this SNL gig really was. Because think of album sales, think of everything else that affected. That affects this person, who affects that person, who affects this person.
Glenn Fry from the Eagles had said they were huge partiers. I mean, over the top partiers, but they didn't miss gigs. They weren't late. They were still able to party and get their job done. And it sounds like he wasn't able to do that.
That's exactly it. And that's where they said, look, your life is still your life, but your life affects many others. And so just keep that in mind the next time you're going to go out and do something that's going to compromise other people's money.
Oh, that SOB is going to write a sad country album now.
I have a feeling his next country album is not going to be so yeehaw party. Let's do a keg stand. Got a few celebrity birthdays today, including Bella Hadid. She's turning 24 years old today. And Sharon Osbourne is turning 68. She just made the confession that 3 years ago she tried to commit suicide.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have that audio, Virginia, for your dirt.
Okay, let's hear that.
Some crazy stuff.
Crazy.
From her. So, yeah, their family's making a lot of confessions these days.
They are. There was one, I heard another clip of her saying Ozzy was such a sex addict that he had to have it at least 7 times a day, something like that. I mean,
how do you work that in with all the cocaine you're doing?
That's a great question. The touring?
Yeah. Think he'd have a busy schedule. Yeah, here's a little bit of the Sharon Osbourne clip.
4 years ago, I was finding things very, very difficult. And I've been medicated for 28 years, properly medicated, not just through a friend.
Right.
4 years ago, I tried to take my life, and it wasn't for attention. I just couldn't.
Oh, Mrs. O. Couldn't bear it.
Couldn't bear it.
Right.
Okay.
Jeez.
Yeah, right? There you go. Well, maybe she'll have a better birthday today.
I hope so.
Yes.
I think she's in a good place now, y'all.
Sounds like they are. Yes. It took them till their late 60s, but they're there.
I get there.
They worked it all out.
Also got a birthday wish out here to Lorenzo, turning 20 tomorrow from Mom, Dad, and Belinda. Also a happy belated birthday to my girlfriend, Erica. It's been a tough one for everybody, but I'm super proud of her for going to school full-time, working full-time, doing clinicals for her doctor of nurse practitioning. Only a year left, and she'll finally graduate. Josh from Port St. Lucie sent that in. Also, shout out to my wife, Lynn. Her 50th birthday is tomorrow. She's one of the most beautiful people inside and out that you could ever meet. Thanks so much from Cliff, Brittany, Abigail, Evan, and the furry family in Stewart. And also my rock star, Rocco. A happy 10th birthday, double digits on Sunday. Big Daddy, Big Mama, Miles, Carrie, Kuru, Kirsten, Simba, and Noel. You got a photo there.
Aw, he loving his doggy.
Kvj TV. Yeah, very nice stuff. All right. So if you have got yourself a birthday, you can send it to us, mail at kvjshow.com, mail at kvjshow.com. It is time once again for the No Name Movie Game. Virginia is trying to salt away the 2020 championship here. She just got 3 more wins. That is the magic number for her.
It's called building a dynasty.
Wow.
Ain't getting it today. She won't get the bird block today.
Bird block, huh? Okay.
Caquah, caquah.
We got an estimated 10 weeks left in the year for the No Name Movie Game. With that, Dennys has been mathematically eliminated from the 2020 championship.
Sweet Dennys.
And
Last in the contest, first in our hearts.
There you go.
You just got to fight for second place, kid.
Yeah, you're right.
Dennys, if he wins the next 3, Bird is eliminated. So, Bird, you got to win the next 3 to stay alive for the 2020 championship. So, it looks like it is Virginia's to lose. Thank you, Stat Guy Josh.
She really has dominated this her entire career. You should get your own Wikipedia page just about the No Name Movie Game.
I like the taste of bird meat.
Okay. Virginia's going to partner up here with Brian from Port St. Lucie. Hello, Brian.
Good morning, guys. How's it going?
Brian, the Pizzle, my people.
Those are the Pizzle are my people. You can't claim the Pizzle people.
I just did.
There's no way anyone believes that you're a Port St. Lucie kind of gal.
Wow, someone's awful pissy.
Just
trying to connect with my partner. Wow.
Okay, here we go. Virginia's going to give you the clues to the movie. She can't use any of the characters' names, any of the actors' names, or any of the words from the title of the movie. We've got 60 seconds on the clock, and your time begins now.
Pass. It's one more than 49.
50.
And it's a soccer mom porn. It's a book they turned into a movie about bondage.
Oh, 50 Shades of Grey?
Yes. Pass on that one. It's a kind of dancing you do. So it's sexy, but it's not completely naked. They hold like feathers and fans to cover discreetly, but it's very sexy dance.
Moulin Rouge?
Pass. What's today? What day of the
Friday.
week? And not this one, but the one coming up in the future is going to be?
Next Friday?
Yes. It's the one after 7th is?
8.
And it's in school. You're in what?
8 class? 8 students?
8
teachers?
Whoa. 8th grade. Don't worry, the clues were a little tough.
Okay, got a 2 spot on that.
Oh,
Whoa.
we were rusty.
Man, the
Okay.
champ not looking so hot today.
Yeah.
Boy, I gotta tell you though, if she puts it away with a 2 spot, you guys
Oh,
deserve to
geez.
lose.
I mean, the sadness.
We have lost 2-0
I was just
before.
saying, we've been
Yes.
set up before. Like,
If that does happen, I'm like, yeah, you guys don't deserve to
We
win.
usually go low. When she goes low, we go lower.
Zach is on here from Green Acres to partner up with Dennys. Hello, Zach.
What's up, KVJ?
You. Yeah. All right, here we go. Dennys is trying to basically, I guess, spoil it for the bird here. He's been mathematically eliminated, unfortunately.
I'm just doing it for the love of the game.
That's what it is at this point. All right, 60 seconds on the clock here in the No Name Movie game. Your time begins now.
If you turn off all the lights and there's no light, what would it be called?
A blackout?
A different term for the same type of thing.
Darkness, power outage.
Pass that one. Jeez, that one's tough. This is they're quick and there's more than 4 of them.
There's quick and there's more than 4. Pass.
Let's see. This is pass that one. This is he's on the run from the law. This is a term the government uses for a type of person like that.
Fugitive.
Yep, perfect. This is what you do when you're standing in line and you're
Waiting.
anticipating
Got it.
something. Perfect, beautiful. This is where you gamble, and it's a person's name. I think it's a kids movie. Pass that one. Jeez.
Blackjack dealer.
This is a super popular Halloween movie about 3 witches.
Oh, Halloween. Oh, man, I don't know that one. Just pass.
Pass that one. This is 3 things you should do to make your life better.
Oh, no, we have a tie.
Oh, no. You got to get a 3. Just get a 3.
I'm getting a 3 today, Kev.
Yeah.
I'm getting a 3.
Get a 3 because Kevin hates overtime.
Oh yeah.
Especially when it's a 2. Like it's like it's not deserved.
You're right. It's
Like when we gotta tie at 2 and we're gonna do overtime. Like what are we doing
It's
here?
a battle of awful.
Yeah, what are we doing here?
I'm going to do you a favor, and I'm going to win this thing for you right here, Kev.
Please do. Let's keep this
Yeah,
interesting
I'm doing
here.
it.
Do it.
I'm doing it for Kevin. I'm winning this one for the Kevin Ralston.
Why don't you do it for Phil here from Stewart? He would like a win today.
And you too, Phil.
Good morning. Good morning, KVJ. First time, long time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Phil, let's drill this thing.
Jason, I can't tell you how important this is.
Oh my gosh, brother, you're speaking my language.
Yeah.
What are you doing after
All
this?
right.
Phil, let's drill. I don't know. What are you doing after this?
Is that soliciting?
You just said,
right,
Phil,
let's do
let's
it.
drill.
I mean, let's drill.
And then made plans to meet up.
Let's drill this in, let's drill it. Let's
This
win
ain't
it.
Grinder.
Yeah.
Let's drill
It's
this
all
thing.
good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All right,
it
Phil.
sounds fun with Jason.
I love this guy.
Okay. All right, here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. No Name Movie game. Your time begins now.
Opposite of pepper.
Salt.
Yes. He's a boxer. He's he's not very nice. Pass. An army team, police team that comes in. They're tactical. They got things on them.
Oh,
They got
SWAT team.
Got-
Baywatch.
Yeah, you got it. Just say without the team.
Okay.
Just say without the.
Baywatch.
Just say the word. What are they called?
SWAT.
Yeah, you got it. Okay. Roll the boat to see a shore. Hallelujah. Think about Bible.
I don't know next.
Think about Wales. Okay. She's an FBI agent, but she's also a model. She's an FBI agent model. It's a.
Next.
The-
Pass.
Me and you, the past Dennys. It's a map. It's a map. It's got the Declaration of Independence.
Treasure.
Declaration of Independence. Wait, what? No! Did he say it?
No.
Oh my God.
We have a three-way tie at 2.
No!
We have a tie of awful.
This is Kevin's worst nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh, national treasure.
Hard to hear.
It is hard to speak.
What's going on?
I mean, it's just like watching overtime with the Bengals and Jets. Like, there's just no point to it. Nobody wants to see it. But
I don't think Dennys gets that reference.
no, it's lost on him. Sorry. I had to throw one NFL reference here.
Damn it!
Wow.
Damn it!
That's tough. Okay. All right. We go to overtime here where the time is cut down to 10 seconds.
This is when she wins, Kevin.
Yeah.
This is when
Well, I mean, when
does
she
it.
serves up a 2-spot for you and you guys can't jump over that. I mean, that's just...
You were right.
Yeah.
When I go low, you go lower.
Yeah. Terrible.
He called it.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. Okay, we go back to Brian here in Port St. Lucie. Okay, Brian, same rules. In the no-name movie game, it's just a shorter time, 10 seconds. You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
Okay, here we go. All right, your time begins now.
You build this at the beach. What do you build with your kids at the beach?
Sandcastle.
Yes. Make this. Make peace, not this.
Love.
Oh, she got one, Denny.
Okay.
We have a chance.
All right.
War.
One spot there.
It was war.
Sweet Denny's, we have a chance.
Zach is back. Ooh. Okay.
Zach is back.
You get 2, you win, 1 to stay in the game. Okay, Zach?
All right, got it.
Okay, here we go.
Dennys.
10 seconds on the clock. Your time begins now.
If you have a kid and he's causing issues all the time, he would be called it's an old term.
A troublemaker.
Pass that one. This is the protagonist of a story is called this.
Antagonist.
Hero.
Problem child.
Nice try there, Zach. Thank you very much. All right, Zach and Dennys are gone from the competition. It's all up to the Bird and Phil.
Phil.
Jason, concentrate.
Who you may or may not be meeting up with later for a date to drill.
If we win this thing, me and Phil are meeting up.
You have to.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You can tell Phil's scared.
Yeah,
Phil's like, oh, God.
okay.
It's a lot of pressure. You're going to do great, Phil.
All right, Virginia. Show.
All right, 10 seconds on the clock. In the no-name movie game, you got to get 2 to stay to win, 1 to stay in the game. Your time begins now.
I'm in the jungle. I swing from the trees. No, the other one. The other one. Pass. That's it. Pass. The pass.
And Virginia wins. One big step closer to that 2020 championship. She wins with a 2. Yeah. A
Witchy
2.
powers on
Thank you
fleek.
very much, Phil.
Tell it's Halloween time.
Well, congratulations, Brian. You are the winner today. Nice job, my friend.
Thank you guys.
You can't beat me in October.
Wow. How about that, huh? Unbelievable.
What a spaz.
Yeah. Congratulations there. Getting the win. Well, looking at 2020, it is not going to be the year of the movie, without a doubt, because all the big movies have basically been pushed off. They are still opening some, even though we had that announcement with Regal Cinemas that they were going to be shut down. I know that affected many theaters right here in South Florida. Where you're seeing these, I'm not really even sure, but you got a new movie this weekend, The War with Grandpa, is going to be coming out. It's a family comedy with Robert De Niro and Uma Thurman, some big names. That is supposed to be in theaters. I've seen with some of these movies that it's like they'll be released and then maybe 3 or 4 days later they go to that streaming. So I guess maybe they're trying for a weekend in the box office. And knowing that, because Tenet was supposed to be, that's our test subject, and that failed miserably.
Oh, boy.
That did not even get close to where they wanted that to go. And so that was really for all of Hollywood going to let them know what they were going to do with their movies. And you saw right after Tenet kind of bombed at the theater that they really immediately started pushing back. Okay, Wonder Woman's pushed back. They pushed back. I don't even know when the new James Bond movie's coming out. I think it's like next year sometime, like April or something like that.
Wow.
So it's really pushed off. You do have some interesting movies, though. Next weekend, you got a Liam Neeson movie. Vince Vaughn's got one coming up in November. And December, it seems like they're going to try a little bit more. On the 18th, you've got Coming to America in theaters. That one I would probably go to the theater to see that one.
Well, if Phil's not doing anything, you want to go with me?
Oh, there you go. 2 guys, 1 seat.
I think it's 2 guys, 1 popcorn.
He don't eat no popcorn.
And on Christmas Day is when they're going to do Wonder Woman 1984.
Oh, that's probably a good time to do it. That'll crush that time, won't it?
It'll be interesting to see just where everybody's going to be set by then. So
I hate when I say crush. It's such a douchey term. Crush you. Calling myself out.
Okay. But it is October. The holidays really are pretty much here. Our audience, 82% of them believe that Halloween starts off the holiday season. So
and it
here
does.
we go. Yeah.
It does.
My neighbors, I feel like this year they're kind of going above and beyond. They need it. They're decorating. There's skeletons everywhere.
Yeah, I got all my decorations up. It's making me happy.
Yeah.
It's giving me something fun to look at and add stuff to and think about. I love it.
I've seen people put their Christmas stuff up already.
Good for them.
You know, why not? Go for it.
No judgment.
If it brings you joy, absolutely go for it. So coming up here in a couple of minutes, it's about time to start thinking about those whorish costumes we love to put together for the Halloween season.
Oh, that's a good reason to slim down so you can look real slutty.
There's
That's
a
right.
lot of them out there.
Oh, yeah, there is. And I've got the top 5 sexy topical Halloween costumes. If you're looking for an idea starter, I got it for you next. Well, we are just now about, I'd say, what, you got 3 more weekends until Halloween is here. And keep in mind, it's on a Saturday night. So it is going to be 3 Saturdays from tomorrow. So people are going to start putting those costume ideas together. If you're going to go to a responsible outdoor socially distanced party where you're going to be wearing masks anyway.
The good news for us, if y'all want some costumes, I got to clean out our costume closet today, and I have to do a deep dive of what we have for inventory.
Ooh.
And I know for a fact, because these are costumes that go back 10 years, there's going to be stuff I don't even remember buying. So let's get weird.
I love it. I'm in that project. Let's do this.
Yeah,
covered in stains you can't name.
Well, honestly, there's going to be some that are brand new in there. There are going to be some that are in boxes that I don't even. We might have worn once.
Ooh, I love it.
Okay.
During we did Weird Wednesday. Spent a lot of money during that bit.
Yeah.
That was every Wednesday for a year.
I had to shut that down. Yeah, it's too expensive.
It's very expensive.
Yeah, too expensive. Yeah. Well, if you're looking for sexy and topical, there are 5 combos they are saying that are tops of the lists. They say the number 1 sexy topical Halloween costume you're going to see this season is going to be the sexy Tiger Queen.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Is it girls dressed like Joe Exotic?
No, they've kind of got like tiger print and all that, so they've kind of worked it around.
Weak. Mm-hmm. That's 0 for 1.
Okay.
I don't love it.
The other one I couldn't believe, this is actually a store-bought costume. It's the sexy hand sanitizer.
Okay, now we're cooking.
I was like, what? What?
These are some dumb costumes.
I was like, what? There's the sexy mail-in ballot costume.
Okay.
They are really reaching.
I like the sanitizer. Mail-in ballot, not so much.
There's also, if you want to go find it online, a sexy murder hornet costume.
Okay.
It's black. It is actually kind of sexy. That one I think I like best out of the list.
Was that a story most people knew about? The murderous hornets. Does everyone know that story?
I think probably a lot of people at least heard the name.
Okay.
It's not as big a deal for us because it's very northwest where that's happening in the country. We've got our own problems down here.
You're right.
But I haven't heard of maybe anybody doing a sexy iguana or a sexy
sexy iguana.
There you go, Bert.
That is a great idea.
Could you put together a sexy iguana costume?
I'll do my best. Yeah, I will. It's going to look not very good.
Maybe we can put together the most ridiculous, sexy, topical South Florida combos.
I love it.
Sexy iguana. Let's see if you can make that happen. And they also had a sexy Colonel Sanders, which I wasn't feeling at all.
I'm feeling that.
Oh, you are?
How do you make it sexy?
Oh, I could trick him out.
It was like his suit, the bow tie, all that kind of stuff, and you even could put on like the little mustache thing, but it was all you do, you show cleavage. Anything can be made sexy if you show cleavage and you basically take bikini type bottoms and wear that for your pants.
Hold a bucket of chicken.
Anything becomes sexy.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so that's how you would make the hand sanitizer sexy?
Basically, that's all it is. You show some breasts, you show a lot of leg, possibly a good little bit of butt, and you've got sexy to whatever you want to make it.
Show that coin slot, Virginia.
Yeah. So then you can take any concept, and that's kind of the thing now is you're taking something ridiculous and trying to make it sexy, like hand sanitizer.
It's pretty dumb.
It is dumb, but maybe you're like, you get a laugh. It's topical.
But we need dumb, I think.
Yes.
Absolutely.
This is good dumb.
This is good dumb.
Uh-huh. Coming up here in a second, dad who doesn't think that the sexy costume idea is so good. He wants to run down what his daughter's going to be doing, see if we've got a problem with it. And for anybody who does plan on doing these sexy costumes, we have this annual holiday song for you from Halloween.
Ladies, once a year you're allowed to be a girl who dresses skanky without feeling guilty. And it's okay, you can show off your butt because it's Halloween. You're allowed to dress like a slut. Yeah, you can tramp it up. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're single or a mother of two. It's Halloween time, so you can show off your boobs. It don't matter if you're skinny or if you have a gut because it's Halloween. You're allowed to dress like a slut. Yeah, you can show cleavage. Yeah. This is a song about women's rights. On October 31st, wear your costumes tight. It's Halloween. You can dress skanky. I like your costume. Your booty's hanging out. It's Halloween. You can dress slutty.
There you go. All right. People who love doing that, there's your theme song. Congratulations. You got it all together now. Let's make it happen. Got an email here. It says, how do I stop my daughter from dressing inappropriately for Halloween? This is kind of a tough thing because he and his wife are divorced. We have different standards of what we think is appropriate. My ex-wife gets my daughter for Halloween this year. And this year my daughter wants to dress up as her favorite singer, Lizzo. The costume, however, I think is very inappropriate. The shorts are too short and they expose her butt cheeks. The costume also shows off my daughter's cleavage, which isn't much, seeing that she's 12, but still. My daughter is only 12, and I don't think she should be dressing like a hoochie mama. My ex refuses to even have a conversation about it. She basically told me that I'm old and out of touch. My ex-wife is 13 years younger than me, so she feels like she knows more about pop culture and what young girls today need than I do. And she calls me a boomer all the time, which I'm actually not, which makes it even more frustrating. I don't want my 12-year-old daughter wearing this outfit, but I also don't want to drive my daughter away from me. How should I handle this? Any thoughts for Scott here?
Oh, boy, this is tricky because your wife's got her.
Yeah.
And your wife's pro Lizzo costume. I don't know if there's anything you can do about it.
That's how it works. if you divorce as a couple and one of the parents is doing something, you just can't believe it, but it's under their umbrella or their time. You can't do anything about it.
As long as it's not putting the child's health or welfare in danger, which I guess you could argue, that this could possibly fringe on that, but I don't think you'd have a case or a leg to stand on. I think you just got to take it.
This has got to be such a problem for divorced couples. Imagine that you see your daughter, your son doing something that you know in your heart probably isn't right. I'm not saying that for this case, but that's gotta suck.
It's pretty bad because, you can't control what happens at the other parent's house. If they have the kid and they're making parental choices you don't agree with, as long as they're not hurting the child or breaking the law, there's really nothing you can do.
I know.
You have to suck it up and realize that in life there's going to be some things you can't control.
Would you have a problem with that, Kev? When Caitlin was younger and she had a costume that was exposing butt cheeks and all that kind of stuff, would you have an issue with it?
Yeah, I wouldn't like it.
Of course not.
There's just a lot of times I find as a dad that you just got to bite your tongue, and then sometimes you say, okay, in other ways I need to overcompensate for this. Because ultimately what it is, it's not even necessarily about that one night. It's you just want your daughter to have, an understanding of, what is appropriate and what is not and when and where. And so there are certain times that I may not agree initially, and I just try to say, okay, when do you say something? Pick your battles. That is one of the biggest things as a parent, not only when to pick a battle, but how to pick the battle. is ultimately, to me, the biggest challenge of parenting.
When you figure it out, let me know.
I know. Trust me, I don't do it well.
Every day is a struggle, especially with a teenage girl and a wild-ass 5-year-old.
I mean, that's a tough situation to be in because you're basically saying he's got to take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't win everything. That's the one thing about being in a family and being a parent there, that it's not only just a marriage, but now when you got a family and kids, you realize you don't win every single battle, or you shouldn't really. If you do, then you're a tyrant. Your family probably hates you.
Yeah.
Coming up here in just a couple of minutes, time for another round of shock, paper, scissors.
Oh, yeah.
Who do we have left in this?
I think Sweet Suits.
Suits and Dennys.
Dang, Suits just got shocked yesterday. It's been a rough tail end of the week for him.
Yeah, it really is, yeah. All right, we got just a couple more weeks left here of this shock, paper, scissors. Everybody on the KVJ show gets to go through it. I've been through it. Virginia's been through it. Jaybird's been through it. Now we're down to Suits and Dennys. They draw a playing card. Lower playing card is putting on the shock collar. Then they play everybody in the show in rock, paper, scissors. If you lose that round, you get shocked.
They're a couple sweethearts. It hurts us to hurt them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got all the weenies out of the way. Now it's just the two sweethearts.
I know. Dennys takes a shock real peacefully.
What did you draw there, Dennys, for your card?
I drew a king.
Oh!
It's going to be tough to beat.
Suits is not got a king.
He's got a 5.
Yeah.
Dang. Sweet Suits.
Suits just got it yesterday from the White Lightning.
Yeah. He's going to ride it again today. Well, I mean, hey, he could beat everybody. That's
You're
just
right.
it. Right now,
True.
I have the worst record. I lost 3 out of 4 rounds. Jaybird lost 2 out of 4.
And you, how did you do? I don't even remember what we did you.
I think I lost 2 out of 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't had great luck beating you guys, though, when I've come in here. So I'm a little bit worried about this round.
I'll give you a little helpful hint. I'm doing nothing but rock. So there you go.
I think he's trying to throw me.
His hints are very suspect.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way I'm not throwing rock, Soups.
We'll see.
I think Bird pretty much does rock and scissor. I don't know how often he throws paper.
I don't believe in the paper. I think paper's a bitch move.
Yeah, I don't think you throw it very often. That might help you out, Suits.
But is he just saying that so he can throw paper?
He might throw paper. I think he's going to throw paper.
He turns this into a diabolical mind game that it's really not.
He's tough to read.
I love the conversations we're having.
Well, regular rock, paper, scissors by itself is usually pretty boring. You throw a shot collar into it with the kids, and it becomes a lot more fun.
It is. It's
a lot more fun. It's a lot more fun. There's a lot more on the line here.
2 days in a row, really?
Maybe. Hey, just keep winning. Just keep winning. Okay, here we go. Rock, paper, scissors. You play me, Virginia, then Jaybird, and then you go with Dennys. Ready? Rock, paper, scissors. Shoot. Oh, you got me.
Oh, Suits.
I went scissors. You see rock.
Rock, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Suits, rock.
This is nerve-wracking when you got this thing digging into your leg.
If you can beat Kevin, I mean, he's the best we got.
I don't know about that.
You're the best. I'm the wild card, but you're the best.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Virginia, what do you think? Throw it.
All right, you ready, Suits?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Yes!
Oh!
Paper,
Scissors,
I got
scissors?
scissors.
Scissors, and I threw paper.
Wow. Suits.
Okay. Maybe my luck's turning around a bit.
Okay, you're
Wow.
at least going to go 50-50 at worst. Okay, you got the bird here.
Mind Games Pennington.
Yeah, the bird.
He's in
Doing
your head.
nothing but rock here.
He's not throwing rock.
Doing nothing but rock.
There's no way. He's going to trick me. He's not throwing rock.
I'm telling you right now, I'm throwing rock.
No way.
Okay.
I don't believe him.
1, 2, 3, shoot.
Oh, Suits went paper. Suits went paper.
I knew he was
Bird
doing
went
rock.
Damn it!
Suits did it.
Suits.
Mind games, baby.
Wow.
You could go undefeated. I don't think anybody's done this.
Wow, Suits.
Okay.
It's all up to Dennys here.
Dennys through the window. We got it there. He's got the camera view on Kvj TV. Go.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, rock and
Rock
rock.
and rock.
They both threw rock.
All right. Oh,
Yes!
paper. Suits got
Perfect!
it. Dennys threw rock. Suits threw paper. Suits is our first.
I don't know how that happened.
Wow.
The prodigy.
That's amazing. Good for you, dude.
Suits, teach
Not
us.
2 days in a row.
There you
Teach
go.
us your ways.
Shut out.
Wow. That was impressive. Okay, so we don't have to draw cards next week. Dennys is going to be getting the shock or not.
You get shocked 5 times next week.
You're probably right. Well, looking to get frisky this weekend. There might be some people that are actually looking for you to get frisky, and you don't even realize it. They're putting out the call on the misconnections all over the place, and we're just here to try to help. Because if you want to get some sleazy action, this is the place to be. Apparently somebody went to third base in a subway, and that person is looking for you.
Eat fresh.
Yeah.
Jared probably did.
Ooh. That's not something I want to think about today.
So me and Virginia are just going to be on the sideline just throwing revolting comments at you, Kev.
Yes. I'm handling all the revolting we can
It
stand over here.
The segment does cause for it.
Yes, it does. This is a male seeking a female. It says, we stumbled into a subway after a heavy day of drinking. We just met a few hours earlier on the beach. You had the craving for a meatball sub when you saw the subway sign right near the beach. Well, long story short, after you finished your meatball sub, we ended up going to third base with each other in the subway. Ha.
Whoa.
In the store?
In the subway, yeah, right by the cookies.
Oh, jeez.
I like that ad lib.
We were getting carried away when we were rudely interrupted by one of the sub artists working there. He told us we had to get out of the store immediately. So we finished what we started right behind the dumpster. You were so chill about everything. I like that. You're so cool. You didn't even care about the dumpster, which I thought was on fire, but apparently it wasn't. It was back in February we did this. You said your name was Sasha and that you just moved down here from Alabama. Roll Tide, ha. Tell me what beach it was so I know it's you, Sasha.
Sasha.
Sasha, I mean, have some self-respect.
I hear a little judging over here, Kevin. I hear a little slut shaming.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You're better than that. Don't let no man take you by a dumpster.
Well, why is it the man's fault? What if she wanted the dumpster? What if it was her idea?
You should want better for yourself, Sasha.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like Virginia's being awfully judgy during missed connections.
You sound like you like doing it by a dumpster.
No, I do not.
Are you defending dumpster boning?
I'm defending Sasha.
I think it's, to be honest with you, I think it's the subway right by a beach place would be my guess.
You
Fort
know
Lauderdale.
it?
There's one I think that's pretty closer, and I think I've eaten in it, yes.
Oh.
I
That
don't
sounds
remember.
Don't get the cookies.
Sounds like they have too.
Yes. Apparently the cookie section gets people going.
I wonder if that happens.
That's the one I can think of that is right by a subway, right by the beach.
At restaurants, especially fast food restaurants near bars and stuff, or where people are drinking, do you think that happens a lot where people got to shoo people out because they're making out and doing dirty things?
I bet you people have tried to do it in a Taco Bell bathroom.
Yeah, all hammered up.
Down the street from the club.
I can see that.
Totally.
Oh, I think they're right. I think Riviera Beach, I think there's a subway in there too.
There is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's very local.
Do we put subways by a lot of beaches here?
No.
It's either I got Fort Lauderdale, I got Riviera Beach. Do I hear another subway by a beach? Do I hear another subway by a beach?
But is there a dumpster by the one by Riviera?
Good, that's how we have to investigate. Good, Virginia.
I'm trying to think where the dumpsters are there.
Because they said in the post it was the dumpster behind the subway.
There's no dumpster behind the subway on Riviera Beach.
Wow, you've done the work.
I have. So have you.
We're trying to help out
Yeah,
here.
this is good.
That's right down from Das.
Yeah.
Craft beer and pizza.
We got Meredith saying Jensen Beach, and Zach said Deerfield Beach also has got a subway right there by the, right by, good heavens, do we just put a subway by every beach then?
Well, if anybody's working at Subway by the beach and they've heard, because that's one of those stories,
Yeah.
even if you didn't break it up, your coworker told you about that.
Does this happen often?
Absolutely. That's when you let them continue and take a video.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm breaking that up.
I'm not breaking nothing up.
If I'm a sub artiste,
You don't get paid enough to be now some referee breaking up sex. No.
yeah, you're an artist. Stand back and watch.
And Boca Beach on Spanish River, there's a subway there too. Like every one. Wow. Okay, so we unfortunately have a lot of options here. I was hoping we could nail this down. This one is a misconnection. It says, some like it hot. This is a male seeking a female. It says, we hooked up about 3 years ago and then you left town. You were in the sex industry at the time and that's how we met initially. You introduced me to so much in such a little amount of time. Do you remember the Tabasco sauce and where you put it?
What? Tabasco?
Tabasco sauce. I never had quite a sensation like that ever again. And honestly, it makes me a little sad. You were straight up a freak. God broke the mold when he made you. Your kinky techniques with the Tabasco sauce, it provided me with so many memories that I am gonna be forever so grateful for. You really knew how to heat up a keister, I'm just saying.
What?
A keister, you know, my fanny.
You know, heat it up?
Heated it up.
That's where the Tabasco's going?
I believe that's it, yeah. Think about the bottle.
I mean, I've got Tabasco if you want to do a practical application to see how it feels.
I think Jabez should try it.
I'm good.
I think
He'll
you're
love
right.
it. He'll love
Let's take a show vote.
Can I?
Everybody
Hot
in favor?
sauce enema.
Can I please talk to Kevin Rawson? I don't want to talk to this creepy guy anymore.
No,
Give me Kevin.
He's gone.
Kevin's dead.
He's gone. I'm
And
telling you,
we're
get
voting.
the hot sauce in your keister.
Oh, I got a couple of them, Kevin.
Oh my God.
You trust me. Trust me on this one. Look at this face. You trust his face, right? You trust his face, right?
Stop grabbing the hot sauce.
You,
All right.
you trust his face.
I think.
Do it.
I think we should go crystal, not tapadillo.
We're interrupting this man's beautiful read.
The hotter the better, I'm just saying.
The sauce is here if you
The
want
hotter
it.
the better. Just saying. Some like it hot, and I would be one of those people. If you remember me, tell me what you nickname my you-know-what package so I know it's you. And if we meet up again, please do not forget to bring your Tabasco sauce.
Wow.
That's a lot.
We all learned something, I feel.
I wonder how many people are actually going to try this weekend. I bet we might have a few.
If somebody enjoys the pain and the pleasure together, maybe they would like it.
I can't believe how many people in the chat room think I'm about to put Tabasco sauce in my keister.
Well, let's not rule it out.
Y'all are crazy.
Just put it by him. There you go. It's right there. If you want it, no one will judge. Not saying you have to.
Yeah, why are you so judgy?
But it's right there.
We're not going to judge you, so don't you judge this idea.
If you want us to turn our heads, we will.
It's been a very, very judgmental misconnections.
This is a female looking for a female. It says, there's no stopping this boom boom girl. It says, I'm looking for a hot and horny gal pal who's looking to have a vigorous round of boom boom. I'm a trucker driving down from New Jersey. And just so you know, I'm a big one. I clock in at over 300 pounds. But you know what they say, more pushing for the cushion. I'm looking for some immediate boom boom, so be ready because this kitty is about to pounce.
Wow.
I guarantee this trucker knows what she is doing when it comes to making sweet and sloppy love. That's right, I like it sloppy. I'm a big old sloppy Joe. What can I say? We can do it in the back of my big old truck rig. You dig? I'm gonna be driving through South Florida over the weekend, and if you're looking for this lady horny trucker, I'm the one who's gonna blow you away and send you to the sexual heavens. Send pics to my account so we can set something up.
Coming through South Florida, Virginia.
Hoot hoot.
Does she get any takers?
Sure.
Who gets more takers, Tabasco or the trucker?
I think the trucker. I bet truckers, I mean, especially with social media right now, I would actually be shocked if they don't have some kind of sleazy internet connection thing where they can have something where they can set up little rendezvous all the way through their line. Be okay.
I feel like a female trucker could have her pick.
Yeah, I bet they probably could say, hey, look, I'm cruising through Savannah. I'm going to be in Fort Pierce coming up, so who wants some?
I bet there is definitely some kind of a
Chat room
like a
or whatever
truck.
it might be.
Yeah, like
I
a
bet
sex
that's going
truck
on.
thing
I
going
can see
on.
Lana in there.
Oh, Lana loves it.
Oh, yeah, you know. Oh, yeah, you know.
Lana would love a truck stop.
We haven't seen Lana in a while. She does come around during the fall time, October, November, December.
Oh, okay,
You
yeah.
may see her again.
Yeah, she likes trampy outfits, doesn't she?
I mean, that's all she wears.
Yeah, that's what she does. Yeah. Okay. Well, after such a sleazy segment, I feel like we need confessional time here. What have we been doing that is a little bit wrong? Obviously, banging by the dumpsters at Subways near the beach. That's probably one. What else have we been doing? You can confess to whatever it is. You're like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Anonymously. Or maybe you can humble brag too. Because I think a lot of these confessions actually turn into humble brags. They're actually proud of their bad behavior. We'll take whatever you got. 877-979-WRMF. You can call or text it in. 877-979-9763. The KVJ Confessional is open now. Okay, what do you got to confess here today? Get off your chest. Let us know about it. Text it in anonymously if you want. 877-979-WRMF. 877-979-9763. These always provide me with such a fascinating read. It's just kind of interesting to hear what people are going through or have gone through. One of the first texts that we got in here today said, I am pregnant with my third baby and they all have different dads. I don't know how to tell my family, and I'm cursing the birth control shot that let me get pregnant.
Oh, no. So she took the shot and it failed?
Yeah.
They do shots now for that, huh?
They do all kind of stuff.
She's just one of those people that she defies and beats the odds when it comes to birth control.
That
and
sucks.
It's like she pays, with the progress on every single time that she does it. Three different dads.
I guess you're right. You could swallow, you could get shot, or you could have it stuck on you.
Swallowing is a good birth control.
You know what I mean.
That's true.
You
It's
said
one of the
it.
methods, yeah.
I was being innocent with my comment.
I
meant the pill, the syringe, or the patch.
There's also like a IUD, intrauterine device.
It sounds gross. I don't want to talk about it.
If I were her, I think I would try every single one.
Yeah,
And
you
then
may
if you
need to
get pregnant-
double up.
Yeah, and then if you're just like, oh, well, what am I going to do?
Double up, girl.
Yeah, wow.
You don't think you can double up, can you?
I would if I was her.
Can you do double? Yeah, that seems like a lot.
At this point, I mean, either that or just you have to stop having sex.
Yeah.
Because if you don't want to have
I
kids
know.
and this keeps happening to you, there has to be a change in your behavior.
There are just some really fertile people on this planet. Some people struggle like anything to have a child, and other people, they can make eye contact and get somebody pregnant or be pregnant themselves, apparently.
Probably the safest way, other than abstinence, would be wearing a rubber and birth control.
Thank
pills.
you. Thank you, health class bird. Thanks for mansplaining how to protect myself from pregnancy.
I was more working it out for my
No,
own
you were.
self
Okay,
in my
yeah.
head. That's what my thoughts sound like. Oh.
This one says, I looked through my wife's email account when she signed in on my laptop, and I wish I hadn't. Her sexual past is infinitely better than our sexual present.
What? How is her sexual past in her emails?
Probably journaling it.
Or maybe you were exchanging emails with an ex.
Currently?
No, I think it's
In the
in the past. Yes. So he was going back and he was digging to say, oh, what was going on? I mean, I think about my email. I can't even tell you how many years it goes back because I've been on it for probably a good solid decade, maybe longer.
I don't think I have any documentation of sexual escapades in my email, though.
I have two email accounts. One is a lot older than the other.
Okay, that's the one we want.
And who knows what is in that? I mean, I think I had that account since high school. So who knows how deep that thing goes? Oh, my gosh.
Sexhound@gmail.com.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm. This one, the KVJ Confessional says, I work in a metal cover band, but my favorite song is Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On. I almost got kicked out of our band when I suggested that we do a cover of it.
You should do that would totally kill.
I thought it would too.
If you did a heavy metal version of that.
My heart will go on.
No.
Don't give up, Cupcake. Keep asking.
Far. Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Can you imagine? I'd just love to see how that was received, though. What if we did a cover of Another KVJ confessional. When putting clothes in the washer, I'll prioritize the clothes in which my wife looks really hot. For example, sexy lingerie in, big granny panties stay in the dirty laundry basket. So I'm only washing the stuff I find her attractive in. It's the small wins that matter. Okay.
That's awesome. I mean, it's just awesome that he's doing laundry.
You're right.
I'm a fan.
Mm-hmm. Another text here says, my wife, her sister, and my brother-in-law have a WhatsApp group where we share farts and rate them out of 10. I'm 39. It's hilarious. We're all respectable people.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of respectable people out there that find farts funny.
Good for you. This one says, I am so good in bed that my boyfriend asked me how many men I had slept with. I made up what I thought was a low number, which is actually only a quarter of the truth. He's only been with 3 women, and now he's tormented by my number, and I know that he would dump me if I weren't so good in bed. It's kind of a weird place to be.
Don't ask these kind of numbers if you can't handle the truth, baby.
He's like, you're really good in bed. You must have been with a lot of guys. And she throws out
a lower number than the truth.
I mean, a quarter, and he's disturbed by a quarter?
But that's a myth, by the way. Just because you have a low amount of sexual partners there's really not a correlation of whether you're good in bed or not. You could be with 3 people.
You're being natural.
Well, you could be in a relationship with somebody and you both just had really crazy sex. You don't have to sleep around with a bunch of people.
You could have been with one really good coach.
Exactly. No, you're right.
Mm-hmm. Somebody else confesses here. I saw a reporter on the local news. I sent him a DM on his Twitter and banged him that night. Okay.
Wow.
Don't tell me social media isn't great.
That is quick.
Oh, what I wouldn't do for a name. Boy, that'd be a lot better. Interesting. And another one here says, I really love my girlfriend. In fact, I was a bit obsessed. So I made a replica of her head out of corned beef and I kept it in my freezer. She dumped me after she found it going for some ice cream.
That can't be real.
That
weird. Cannot be real.
That man is weird.
If it is real, that man is weird.
Oh, listen to you.
That's what I'm saying. It passes the weird test.
If this guy thinks you're weird, you're off the chart.
Well, because you're making a head out of meat, it's weird.
Yeah, if it's coming from you, it's definitely weird. Oh, yeah, baby. Got another weekend here in South Florida. I don't know what you guys have planned this weekend.
Oh, the night is mine. The weekend. It shall be mine.
Get some cake by the ocean, bird.
Oh, yeah.
I just settled for some cake.
You haven't had cake this week.
I haven't had cake in 10 days.
Damn.
Wow.
And believe me.
It's a new personal record?
No, it's not.
He's a man of cake, though. I mean, 10 days, no cake, it starts to affect him.
Back when I played baseball, I really wasn't able to eat cake every single day. We did too much running. And
I got you. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, in my older years, a lot of cake.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fun sports things I'm looking forward to. The Miami Heat tonight, they're trying to fend off elimination in the NBA Finals against the LA Lakers. And we'll see what's going on there. It didn't go so well for the Marlins yesterday. They were trying to fend off elimination, and they did not fend well. They lost 7-0 to the Braves, who are moving on.
You love the Braves.
My favorite team.
Yeah, they're moving on to likely play the Dodgers.
I see your Yankees are hanging around there, too.
Yes. You know me. I'm a diehard Yankees fan.
Are you?
Yeah.
I thought you liked the Mets.
Yeah, the Yankees beat the Rays 5-1 last night, tied up their series 2 games apiece. So no Yankees fans all over South Florida very happy today.
I'd love to see a Braves-Yankee World Series. That's what I want.
It'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be a nice little matchup, too.
Then the Braves beat him in 7 on a heartbreaking play.
Oh, look out.
I need it, Virginia.
Yeah, we'll see with the Heat tonight. They got Bam Adebayo back last game. I don't think Goran Dragic, who they definitely need, I'm very pessimistic that he's going to be playing. I don't know that things will go well for the Heat tonight. They've apparently got some internal drama as well. I don't blame this kid. Tyler Hero, he's 20 years old, Virginia. I mean, the kid was in high school 2 years ago, and he's in this bubble in Orlando. And apparently he decided to hole up with this Instagram model, Brooke Lewis. And I didn't even realize this, but my son Cannon this morning, and if he's accurate, this Instagram model is the ex of Kyle Kuzma, one of the Lakers players. So you got a little internal drama going on here, and one of the Heat players is shacking up inside the bubble with one of the Lakers' former girlfriends.
You can bring girls in the bubble?
I don't know. I think there's been some family there, and I don't know. I'm just kind of reading this whole story about some of this drama that apparently is going on and trying to understand it. Apparently, Tyler Hero direct messaged this Brooke Lewis despite being in the bubble with his girlfriend Katya Elise Henry. So I assume he's got a girl with him in the bubble. That's what it says. Now, these are 2 Instagram models. And I think the one that he has with him, this Katya, she must be the one that is Kyle Kuzma's ex. So, you know, you got this 20-year-old. I get it. You're a big superstar in the NBA, and you're alone in this bubble. I mean, you're just a man. You got needs, but
it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
But, I mean, dude, like, you are going against LeBron, AD, the Lakers. Like, you got to... You're 20,
focus up,
man.
Got to focus up,
dude. You don't need Instagram model drama in this bubble.
Instagram model doesn't sound like it would lead to drama, Kevin.
Oh, I'd love to see you with an Instagram model.
No. Too much drama. Way too much drama.
I love drama. You know me. I do the dirt of the day.
Yeah, it's poor Panda.
Yeah. So you've got the Miami Heat on tonight. Very excited about the Miami Hurricanes. They're ranked number 7. They go to play number 1 Clemson tomorrow night, 7:30. That's going to be a primetime game. We'll see if the Heat are truly back. FAU, their game at Southern Miss is canceled again, and not because of storms, because of coronavirus, apparently. This is their 6th game, including their first 4 on the schedule that have been canceled or postponed.
Wow.
Because of reasons related to the coronavirus. How crazy is that for the Fighting Owls?
That's insane.
It really is. So no FAU going to be going down this weekend. If you want to go clubbing, Club Space is the first to crack the doors back open.
Listen up, Suits.
Yeah, they're going to be reopening tomorrow, welcoming in the Martinez brothers. And they're going to be playing at 4 p.m. Now, keep in mind, they got the restrictions. Remember this? In Miami Beach, if you want to go clubbing, where they have to close by 11. So they're going to start at 4 p.m. Space, who normally, like, people show up at 7 a.m. to go to Space.
You're right.
So they have to close by 11. That's 1. 2, you have to keep the music low. And 3, you have to wear your mask while you dance. Okay.
It's called Space. That's the name of it.
Space. Yeah,
these names are so
It's got like the
douchey.
rooftop thing. There's smoke and lights coming off of it. You can see it if you drive by
I know.
downtown. Yeah.
That's how I know I'm annoyed because they made it annoying. What's the other one? 11? Is that
There's a lot. That's kind of the nightclub, strip club kind of thing. Yeah,
11? Because we have girls hotter than 10.
Yeah, you turn up to 11. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it means. Turn up to 11?
Well, you can do both. Yeah. If you want to do some of the haunted horror stuff, there's a couple things to check out. They got the Haunt Drive at Treetops Park in Davie and Horrorland. Somebody was texting us about that saying, you got to come check it out. It is like a little Halloween. It's a touchless stay in your car haunted house experience going on in Miramar. So there's a couple little things you can check out there.
I want to go to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go check it out. It's called Horrorland in Miramar.
Want to go, V?
Kinda, but I'm afraid of people.
Mm-hmm. And you might also have a Trump rally. I don't know any of the details, but they say that Trump plans to hold a rally tomorrow, likely in Florida. We don't know where, but I would assume, I feel like he's got North Florida kind of locked. I think his I think his trouble areas are down here.
We're good up here. We're good up here.
Yeah, I think he's probably.
You think Jacksonville area is good?
I think he's probably good, better in that area. He probably needs to, probably hit up Miami or something like that. But he's scheduled right now. I don't know what's going on with this debate. It's supposed to be Thursday at the Adrian Arch Center in Miami, and they're fighting back and forth about whether they're going to do it or not.
Imagine that. We can't get on the same page of even the debate, Virginia.
Yeah.
I mean, do we know, is there a negative corona test, or is that me being political by asking that?
You are such a Republican.
The White House has released a memo from Trump's physician saying that he believes the president will be able to return to public engagements as soon as tomorrow. And Trump said he'll probably take a test today to be sure of a negative result.
As soon as you get the negative result, I mean, I would say do it twice, but then as soon as you get the negative result, I think you're good to go.
So the whole 10-day thing, even after the negative...
I think today is 10 days,
is
right?
It?
Yeah. I think
you're bad at math.
Well, I believe last Friday we were talking about this, because remember I was telling you the 15th, which is the date of the debate, would be 13 days.
One shy of the 14.
Right, that the CDC had been recommending, or you hear everybody else saying. But I think now they're even kind of, some people are saying 10 days.
My
you're good.
neighbor said 10 days.
Yeah, so some people are saying 10 days.
That's your source?
Yeah,
okay,
my neighbor.
Virginia's got an official source, her neighbor.
My neighbor said 10, Kevin.
I think if you wind up getting this memo from the physician and you get a negative test today, you'll probably see Trump in Florida, likely South Florida tomorrow. And then I would assume, if Biden agrees to it, debate Thursday, same as it was going to be at the Adrian Arch Center in downtown Miami.
Because didn't Trump say he's not doing the virtual?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think he had said he's not going to postpone either. Because they talked about, well, that thing on Thursday, let's just push off the debate. He's like, no, we're not postponing. We're not virtual. This is how we're doing it. We're doing it then and there at that time.
Well, hey, yeah. I mean, as long as you got a negative test, I say do it.
Oh, you hear that, Kevin? Someone's getting real political over here.
If that makes me political, so be it.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Coming up here in 8 minutes, another shot at $200 in free groceries, the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway. If you have signed up at WRMF.com, you want to listen for your name coming up.
Ow! There's a lot of dumbass criminals to talk about, baby. It's the whacked out news. People breaking the law. Ha ha, fighting in the nude. Ha, drunk people pooping in the street. Ha ha, it's the whacked out news.
Yeah.
So many people on meth. Ow!
Well, it's that time of year with Halloween creeping up on us that people get confused by some of the spooky decorations that people put up. And apparently somebody in Maryland mistook an actual dead body in a parking lot for a Halloween decoration. Just thought, wow, that is realistic. Nope, it's actually a dead body. That's the real thing right there.
That is a very lifelike decoration.
This is the problem we have. A lot of confusion over what's a decoration and what. Nope, that's a real dead body. That's the real thing right there. There's a guy in Tennessee that got busted for doing $30,000 in damage to a cemetery on Monday. He said that he was digging around the cemetery because his grandmother was buried there and he was trying to resurrect her.
Oh, my.
Well, this is just kind of a horrific thing to do around Halloween. Now he's facing charges for vandalism and criminal trespassing.
You know, but think about it. Maybe she's trying to be sweet. He misses grandma.
I don't know. That's pretty creepy.
It's very creepy.
It's creepy. I'm not denying that.
In October, that's really creepy, dude.
It is creepy, but I think it's more of a heartfelt tale, no?
Defender of creepy.
Well, you know, we were talking about dance-offs and dance battles. Remember Eddie Van Halen played the guitar solo and Michael Jackson's video Beat It? And remember they did maybe one of the first dance battles I'd ever seen. Remember that? They had the switchblades, but they were kind of dancing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remember that whole thing? Beat it, you know? Well, now the dance-off is really just taken off. And in Kentucky, there was a guy that randomly got into a dance-off with a stranger on the street earlier this week. It's a nice way to settle violence, but unfortunately, this was accompanied with it because when the dance battle was over, the stranger stabbed him.
Oh.
Interesting move.
Was he mad that he lost?
That's a great question. That I didn't get.
Speaking of dance battles, remember me and Virginia were supposed to go head-to-head, but I don't know, something happened.
That was so long ago, I really didn't forget all the details on that. I just kind of gave up on that.
I guess I did too.
Yeah.
I guess we're not dancing against each other.
We talked about it like 800 times and nothing was happening.
I'll
so I'm
do
like,
it. I mean,
No.
Yeah.
Let's just not.
Virginia killed sudden death and she killed the dance competition. Print it up.
Yes. We'll just pass on that one. There was a drunk dancing guy in Ohio that called the cops to say somebody had stolen his cigarettes. What? I mean, hey, that's fun, right? I mean, when I'm drunk and dancing, nothing I like more than just a good Marlboro. But this guy unfortunately couldn't find his smoke. Somebody taken him. So the cops show up, and when they do, he wound up kicking the cops.
Oh, boy.
That's not good to do.
Siggy withdrawal.
When they finally subdued this dumb drunk guy, they found his cigarettes in his pocket.
Dude. That's almost like a Twilight Zone episode.
Forgot to look in your pocket.
The Siggies brought him down.
Now, boy, this is a lesson. Don't walk around South Africa with a cheap cell phone. There was a robber there that robbed this guy of his phone, and when he looked at it, he's like going, your phone doesn't even have a camera. And then he shot him.
Oh, my.
Just because he had a cheap cell phone. Wow, how about that? South Africa, man. That's tough. There's a guy in Iowa that was busted for stealing political yard signs back in August. And when it was reported in the police blotter of the local paper, he stole as many copies as he could to try to cover up the crime, but then got arrested for theft because he was stealing the newspaper. So now his story is so much bigger than it would have been originally.
World's worst criminal.
That's a mess.
That is a mess. Not well thought out. Yeah, crazy stuff there. There was a priest in Louisiana that got arrested for allegedly filming himself having sex with two dominatrix on the altar at his Catholic church.
Oh my, that is not a good look.
An unidentified witness saw the half-naked priest with the two women who were dressed in corsets and high-heeled boots. The altar was adorned with stage lighting, adult toys, and a cell phone mounted on a tripod that was recording the act.
That's not a tripod.
Whoa.
Was he screaming, hallelujah?
I don't know what he was doing, but cops have arrested Reverend Clark along with his two altar girls.
Wow.
If you ask for forgiveness immediately after, do you get it? You're a man of the cloth. You know these things.
I think you can ask, yes, for forgiveness, and you should receive it.
Okay.
Yeah, but are you truly sorry?
Well, that's the question.
God knows your heart.
It's very good, Ralston. I like it.
We got some problems here in South Florida. Got to watch yourself if you're in Big Pine Key. People like to get drunk and then chase people off their property with machetes. Just to let you know, a woman found out the hard way on Wednesday afternoon. This guy looked like he was the kind of guy that was hammered at the time of his mugshot and carries a machete with him.
Could you imagine a drunk guy sprinting at you as hard and as fast as he can with a machete?
Horrifying.
Oh my gosh.
There's some squirrely, interesting people in the Keys.
There are.
Yeah. He was arrested for aggravated assault.
Is it true what they say? If you move down to the Keys, you're running from, or you're at least
a lot of
trying
people
to get away
do.
from something.
A lot of people. I've talked to a lot of bartenders in the Keys that were just trying to get away from their regular life
Their
and
past.
their past and their pain.
And also scary too, shark attacks. Don't see them very often off Miami Beach, but a shark got a 31-year-old dude. He was bitten by a black-tipped shark, which left him with a massive gash right below his knee. They say the laceration was about 8 inches long. They medevaced him, and he's in stable condition, but not often you see the shark attacks there.
Wow. I'd like to get bit, but not, obviously not too bad. Maybe like 13 stitches. Good story.
Like just in your butt cheek.
Like my butt cheek, where I can still do regular things after, but the story, Virginia.
And just to let you know, shopping tip here, Thanksgiving turkeys, they say, are going to be smaller this year because of the pandemic.
I saw that. Why?
They believe that people are going to be having fewer people over for Thanksgiving than they normally do, so they're stocking smaller birds because of it.
Huh.
What are your thoughts on deep frying the bird? Are you a fan of that move?
I'm not. I think it's a lot of work and it's a lot of danger, and it's not. I mean, I like the turkey because it's healthy.
I was told that the deep frying the turkey is quicker.
It is quicker. It's way quicker, but I don't like it. You gotta buy a lot of oil, and I'm not a bulk frying kind of girl.
Okay.
So that's a no.
It's not my cut.
Okay. That's fine. Doesn't have to be.
I don't want to fry it. It's already it's healthy.
I've had deep fried turkey before.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome.
Is it awesome?
Yeah.
I'd
Fat
like to
Kevin,
try it.
I think you'd love it.
I'd love to try it. Yeah. Bring it on. All right, well, if you'd like to buy a ton of small turkeys for Thanksgiving, how about doing it with $200 for free?
97.9 WRMF. It's the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway.
And right now, we are looking for David D. Natale of Hobe Sound. All right, you've got 10 minutes. You got to call us back, 877-979-WRMF, 877-979-9763 to claim your $200 in free groceries. Again, we're looking for David D. Natale of Hobe Sound. 10 minutes to call to win with the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway, sponsored by Scott Smith Injury Law.
Good luck from 97.9 WRMF. 97.9 WRMF and another KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway winner.
I mean, this guy is on it. David is already here, and he wants his $200 in groceries. What up, David?
What's going on, KVJ?
How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I bet you're doing pretty well. It's a nice little Friday. You got $200 in free groceries. Pretty solid, right?
Right? Yeah, pizza and beer because of you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to let you know that is a nice tie-in. If you were not aware, today is International Beer and Pizza Day.
Nice.
Yes. So if you're ever going to
I
go...
have no idea, but that works out great.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, go carb heavy, baby. And enjoy it, David. Thanks so much, and have an awesome weekend, okay?
You too, guys. Thank you so much.
It is
very polite.
Yeah, he's a very polite winner. I like polite winners.
Me too.
If you'd like to be a polite winner, go to WRMF.com. Just register your name, listen up. 2 p.m. and 5 p.m. today, 2 more shots at this. You got to win $200 in free groceries. Always kind of a fun little thing to do. And this is kind of a grocery type of question here. Would you rather live in a world without ice or condiments?
Ice. Damn it, I love cold drinks. I love condiments more, though. Yeah,
Ice.
buy
You
ice.
always talk about getting that delicious gas station soda.
I know.
You put the ice in, right? And then you...
Crushed ice. I'm such a crushed ice man.
Oh, and then the soda just fills in the gaps of the crushed ice.
It's like you're drinking snow, Virginia.
Those things that jump up off the soda. There's the... Whatever those... It's like fireworks of taste,
It
isn't
is. It burns your lip in a good way.
Doesn't it?
Oh, Fat Kevin. You
And that
know
ice
what to
is
say.
right there. Now imagine if that ice weren't there.
Question.
Yeah.
Am I able to take a warm drink and put it in the freezer to get it cold, or are we talking no cold drinks anymore?
No cold drinks anymore.
So everything I drink is going to be hot. Grape Kool-Aid, hot.
Best, you can hope maybe for room temperature or,
Okay.
walk outside in a blizzard.
At the most,
In
it's
Florida.
going to be room temperature.
Yeah.
I can't give up condiments. I just can't. I won't go to certain restaurants because their condiment game's so weak.
Virginia, you don't feel like you're torn as much as Bird is on this.
No, I'm not torn at all. I need ice. I'd give up condiments in a heartbeat. If food is prepared properly, I don't need ketchup. I don't need salt and pepper. I don't need dipping sauce. I don't need all that.
It's one of the things that's really bothered me about our relationship. And I'm talking to both of you. You guys do not respect condiments. You just don't.
I like them. Don't
You like
don't put me there.
That's my point. You like them.
A lot of them I don't eat. I will tell you, I love condiments, but I don't eat a lot of them because the sugar content is very high. And so I can't eat a lot of condiments. And trust me, there's a lot of things that are out there in the world that I would love to be consuming, but I just can't. And, so I still love whenever I can. I'll do A1 steak sauce. I'll do your hot sauces like crazy.
The condiment community,
Mustards.
We're not buying. We're not buying what you're saying. If you love it, when's the last time you had a barbecue sauce? When's the last time you had a honey mustard?
Oh, honey mustard. I usually do. I don't. Stop cutting me off.
Have you ever danced with ranch?
I usually do the brown spicy mustard.
I mean, guys, come
That's the diet pansy's favorite.
The sauce community, we can't take it.
He's a spicy brown.
I do buffalo wing sauce a lot, so I do that. I do every now and then. I will kind of like a cheat for me is doing barbecue sauce because I love barbecue sauce. But
It's sticky, it's sweet. You know it's got sugar.
I know and I'm just like, all right, I'm blowing the diet.
Well, there's one that's brown sugar barbecue sauce, and it's amazing.
It's amazing.
So thick and good.
Yeah, it's so good. I love it. Yeah, I would give up. I'd give up ice on that. That's tough.
You got to give up ice. Virginia's clearly wrong on
I
this
would
one.
never give up ice.
And I love a cold drink, and I'm giving it up.
Yeah, I don't like it, but I'm giving it up. The MSN website has this posted up right now, and they've got 59% would rather live in a world without condiments. 41% would rather live in a world without ice.
Wow.
You surprised by those numbers?
I'm real surprised. I'm rocked by them.
You're on the wrong side.
I feel like this is politically motivated.
Okay, we just opened up a can of worms here because somebody's saying barbecue is a sauce, not a condiment.
That's
Salt
wrong.
and pepper or spices.
They're condiment / sauce. They're both. You can be both.
So I remember we had this when we were doing a draft for sauces, and it's like, yeah, what is a sauce? What is a condiment?
A barbecue sauce.
Sauce is a condiment.
Yeah, it is.
A condiment is a sauce.
I see what they're trying to do. They're trying to break us more apart with this sauce fight.
Yeah, somebody's saying, like, for instance, a soy sauce is a sauce, not a condiment.
I disagree.
Hot sauce is a sauce, not a condiment.
Respectfully disagree, but If you're getting it wet, it's a condiment.
I've always thought of it the same way you do. But yeah, people are picking at us saying, you guys got it all wrong. Like you're not even doing this game right.
It's not the first time I've had this sauce fight. Bring it on. I'm ready.
You are a man of sauce. I do believe you could hold your own in any battle.
Have you ever known anybody that's loved sauce more than me?
Nope.
It's so weird to me because I feel like there should be so many more sauce lovers out there.
You love it, and you're really good at like distinguishing between the brands. We've put his palate to the test with like 8 different honey mustards, and he nailed the brands.
It's almost like when we talk about people who don't ever listen to music. It blows my mind that someone can't listen to music. It blows my mind people who don't use sauces ever. There are people they like it dry. They never get it wet.
Well, it's because of like dietary restrictions. All your sauces are loaded with sugar.
And you're loaded with negativity.
Yeah.
And facts. I'm sorry, my facts don't line up with your pro-sugar agenda.
All right, somebody said the definition of a condiment is a spice, sauce, or preparation that is added to food to impact to particular flavor or to enhance its flavor. So a sauce can be a condiment, but not all condiments can be a sauce. If it coats the food, it's a sauce. If it is used in a small amount to augment a food, it's a condiment. Okay, so coating means sauce. Small amount means condiment. Okay, so barbecue sauce, that is a sauce. A ketchup typically would then be a condiment because you would just dip fries like into that typically.
Who texted that in? Chef Wrong?
No, you're not buying that definition, huh? The separation between sauces and condiments?
It's controversial, Kev. I might have to Facebook Live about this later because I got a lot more to say. Unfiltered, of course.
And if Chef Wrong wants to step, let's go.
Yeah, Chef Wrong, call in. Let me hear you.
They say that in another one from Webster's, the dictionary, lists a condiment as something to give relish to food and to gratify the taste, a pungent and appetizing substance as pepper or mustard seasoning. So a condiment is more of a seasoning. A sauce is more of a smothering device.
Look, you can season something with barbecue sauce.
Well, define ketchup then. I mean, that's...
Condiment.
But it's saucy in nature.
Yeah, but they're saying it's a
it.
dipper. Like it's not like a hollandaise sauce that is a coverer.
Hollandaise sauce is a condiment. And it's a sauce.
Okay.
Hollandaise is one of the best.
I learned how to make it. I taught myself from watching YouTube videos a few weeks ago, and it is lovely.
You can learn a lot from YouTube.
Oh, YouTube videos on cooking anything you want to cook. It is on YouTube, and they break it down.
How do you think I learned how to make them bomb-ass cheese enchiladas? I know my famous enchiladas you love.
You never made them for me.
I was talking to Dennys.
Okay, so we got some people lined up here. We're going to get to them in a second. Producer Dennys knows when you're high. Last call for anybody who's right now waking and baking, baby. Dial us up, 877-979-WRMF.
The best variety from the 2000s, 10s, and today, and you're home for the KVJ Show. 97.9 WRMF.
Producer Dennys knows when you're high. He pretty much always goes 3 for 3, 2 for 2, whatever we do here. He basically is perfect. This is his superpower. He cannot be stopped. So let's see what we got here today. We got people who are stoned and people who are not on the line. Dennys has to try to tell which is which. I'm going to start off with Tyler here in Fort Pierce. Hello, Tyler.
Yep.
Okay. Dennys got some questions for you here. He's going to be able to tell you to a T whether you are high right now or not.
All right, Tyler. Describe for me your sweatiest moment.
Well, I work for Amazon, so I'm sweaty 95% of the day.
Okay. So all the time, basically. Yeah.
Works for him or at the Amazon.
Okay.
Let's see. What profession's shoes would you not want to eat soup out of?
Profession's shoes. Okay. Interesting.
What do you mean by, wait, what?
Like they're maybe on their feet and they would sweat a lot, so they would have really gamey shoes. What profession do you think you would not want to eat the soup out of? There's a good chance Dennys was
Garbage
high as he
pickup?
wrote that.
Oh, all of these.
You can tell this guy's not high because he's like, what? What are you saying?
What absurdities are these?
This is what he does. This is the brilliance of Denny's strategy here. Sorry, Tyler, go ahead.
I don't know. I like garbage cleanup.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, all right.
A pimp, maybe?
That's what I'm saying. Like
Pimp shoes?
Pimp
sleazy
shoes,
areas.
walking out on the streets all day. I don't know. Seems awful.
Or my Amazon shoes.
Yeah, right.
geez.
That'd be nasty.
Soccer player.
Oh, that'd be a bad one.
Sweaty.
Football player.
Yeah.
Stripper. Although some people probably like it.
Oh, they would.
People pay for that.
They want that
Stank
funk.
feet. Yeah.
I can see you paying for that.
Why don't you pipe down?
I'm just saying.
Okay, one more here, Denny's.
Tyler, would you rather have cheese for your hair or cheese for your pubes?
Interesting.
That's really funny because I'm ginger and I have both.
Good answer.
Yeah.
That is good. What do you think about Tyler? Is he high, Denny's?
I'm kind of with Bird. I think he thinks they were a little goofy. I'm not getting like any sort of high vibe.
He
from
sounds
him.
fun.
Yeah, he just sounds like a cool guy.
And he gave away a small little hint. Didn't he say he was an Amazon driver?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's probably not going to be smoking weed if you're an Amazon driver.
Tyler, you high?
At work. No, I'm not.
Very nice. All right, Tyler, thanks for what you do, man. Have a good day, okay?
Yeah, you guys too.
All right. Samantha's on here from West Palm Beach. Hello, Samantha.
Hello?
Oh, wait, hold on. No, I think I went to the wrong line. Sorry. This is the right line. Samantha, sorry, this is you. Hello, Samantha?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we got you. We got you. Okay. All right. How you doing,
Okay.
Samantha?
Good, how are you?
Okay, good. All right. This is producer Denny's. Knows when you're high. He's 1 for 1 already. Why don't you go ahead and grill her here, Denny's?
All right, Samantha, if ham and ham water were the only things you were allowed to eat and drink, how many days could you go until you had to tap out?
Oh, gosh.
I love ham. I feel like I could do a month.
I know. I was just thinking that I love ham too, so and there's so many different ways that you could cook it. So and ham water. I don't know. I think I could make it last maybe a week.
All right.
I tap out the first day. I don't think I could. Ham water, Kevin?
You're not a man of ham.
Ham water.
You don't like ham.
Oh, you would drink ham water?
I would drink it if I had to.
Not
That's not that bad.
It's ham water? I guess I'm just a man that doesn't love ham.
Let's see, Samantha, the second question. What would be the funniest sport to add mandatory drinking to? Like you have to drink while you play it.
Oh, there's so many.
I'm thinking about all this.
Everything in track and field.
Polo.
That's what I was going to say was polo. Can you imagine them trying to play polo?
Slamming their horses into each
Driving
other.
horses drunk.
What a great question.
Let's see. Final question for you here, Samantha. If your genitals could talk, give me an example of what it would sound like.
Nom nom nom.
That's just num num num.
It's got the munchies.
Okay. You know what? Her genitals sound just like she does. That's interesting. They share the same voice.
Might be like, hey there.
Yeah, I think about, hey guys, what's going on?
That's right. It's kind of like a Muppet.
Come on over.
Come on over.
Okay, Denny's, you heard a couple answers here from Samantha. Are you getting that high vibe? Do you think she's high or not?
Getting a little bit of a high vibe. It's a little tricky. She's a little tricky with her voice. Just because of that last one, I'm slightly leaning high on her.
Okay, Samantha, are you high?
I am.
He's got a gift.
Oh,
He has a gift.
It's a superpower.
Shaky.
That's amazing. Look at that. All right, perfect score again. Thank you, Samantha. Enjoy your Friday, okay?
Thank you. You too, guys.
Wow, how about that?
Get it, girl.
He's just the force.
It's
The weed force is strong with this one.
It is.
Some
He's
people are
just
very tricky.
So good. Wow, I'm telling you, you just cannot shake this guy. I've always heard this excuse. This is, to the point where it's like, okay, is this really something? That old sex headache. oh, not tonight. I got a headache. That's maybe the most cliche excuse for trying to get out of some lovemaking when you're just not in the mood, right?
It's better to say that than to say, I've got the runs.
Or you're disgusting.
Yeah, well, that's what people have done. But apparently a sex headache is a real thing.
Really?
But it's a little different than using it as an excuse to get out of it. It is actually something you get while you're doing it.
Oh, because you're going at it so hard.
It's a benign coital cephalalgia, I believe is the scientific name, if I'm saying that appropriately.
You nailed it.
You bang yourself into a headache?
Yes, it's a headache that will hit some people right before the final throes of passion that is said to feel like a clap of thunder in the head.
Well, I mean, if you're leaving it all out on the field and you're really going full gorilla, I can see where the exhaustion, the pain might come through.
It might have to do with blood flow. Maybe it has to do with, you think of, you've got all these hormones that are just rushing and racing and all that stuff, and maybe there's a drastic change in the brain and boom, sex headache just hits you like, to the point where I guess a lot of people, they get there and they think it's over and they're like, nope, done, out of the game, even at that key moment.
Wow.
I was like, I'd never heard of this, anybody having this, but it was kind of interesting as I was reading a blog of people that were talking about their experiences with it.
I can see this happening to a workhorse. Really just going for it.
Ever happened to you, pony boy?
I don't think a headache would bother me.
You would work through it.
Totally. That's what workhorses do.
Especially now.
They work through the pain.
Yeah, I just wonder, I mean, would it bring you to a halt, or would you still, I mean, because the noise that you could make from a severe headache could be very similar to the noise that you would make as you're sliding into home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is that your head?
Oh, wow, they're really getting into it. No.
I think I have an aneurysm.
You're like, I don't know, I'm confused. Are you in pain or pleasure?
Well, thank you for teaching us this.
Yeah, I'd never heard of that. I was just wondering to put the call out if anybody's ever gone through it. They say it is like a clap of thunder in the head. I was like, wow.
Do you feel exhausted after a good round or no?
If you do it right.
Okay, good answer, witch.
Yes.
Oh, I'm glad I passed your criteria.
We got this email here. Is this flattering or repulsive? Or I'll throw in a third option. Is this a humble brag? Says, guys, I have been getting DMs on my Insta from guys letting me know that they have been pleasuring themselves to my bikini pics on the gram.
Already, don't even need to hear the rest. Humble brag. Humble brag.
I was telling my girlfriend about this, and I asked her why guys are such pigs.
Gosh, someone needs attention.
She thinks that I should be flattered, and she said that she was jelly of me. She also had a tone like I was trying to brag. No, I don't think so. Like that green throw up face. Virginia, would you be flattered or repulsed?
I don't know. Probably somewhere in the middle.
Did you say that the person that emailed that in, did they also post that on social media to get people's...
I don't know.
That's
they didn't send that in. It sounds like they probably posted that.
I see it all the time on social media where someone acts like they're all offended because somebody hit on them, or can you believe this guy totally said I was hot? I'm like, whoa, dude, it's 2020. You just don't tell women they're hot. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Well, then don't put a bikini pic out there. I mean, if a bikini pic elicits this kind of response, then now you know what bikini pics do. And if you don't like what they do to dudes, don't post them.
I love it, though. Can you believe this guy? I was pumping gas, and this guy totally was hitting on me. I mean, guys, get it together. Then all the comments, of course they're hitting on you. You're so beautiful. Oh, my gosh, I hit on you. You're the best. It's so annoying.
So just kind of curious, ladies, how do you take that? Are you flattered or are you repulsed?
If you put it out there and guys give you compliments on it, I mean, you should be flattered. If you're repulsed, you're not doing it right.
Look, if you're a thirst trap like this bee over here, myself, just own that you're a thirst trap, girl. Just say, hey. Yeah. I want people to look at me.
Right. Look at me. I need attention.
Yeah, don't hide it in this whole thing. Oh my gosh, I'm such a victim. I'm beautiful. No, we see you. Sit down.
But sit down over here on my lap.
Yeah.
Thirst trap Pennington.
Thirsty knows thirsty.
Game recognizes game.
Got a couple comments that came in about those sex headaches I was just telling you about. The ones that you have right before the final thrill of ecstasy. Somebody said, yeah, I get those, especially typically if I've been drinking.
Really?
And when it hits, I can't go anymore. And it's like right at the final moment. And it's like, and you just, it's over like right then and there.
Is this coming in from a guy or a girl? And
I would say based
often?
on what they put, I'm not going to read the last part of their text.
Oh, can I see?
It's from a guy.
Yeah, it lets you know.
It lets you know it's from a guy.
Yes.
It's from a dude.
Yeah.
Because it's vulgar.
It's over the top.
So I wonder how often it happens to him. I mean, to shut it down as a man.
It says when he's drinking, so that might the body does different things when you're drinking, as you know.
Yeah.
Well, if you were planning on loving, you shouldn't be drinking then.
What?
Well, if that's going to happen to you, you're going to have to pick one or the other, Bird. You have to pick one or the other.
Well, I'm a lover, but I'm also an alcoholic.
You're also a big drinker.
Yeah.
I can
It's tough when you're both.
I see the dilemma now. Yeah.
Patrick in the KVJ TV chat room said that I get him. It's like a bad brain freeze.
Oh,
okay.
So if you've ever had that moment, you're like, that's what it feels like for these people that get these sex headaches.
You ever have that if you're having sex and you get a terrible Charlie horse? Maybe you're trying to do a position you're not normally known to do, and you get a terrible Charlie horse? That will stop the activities for a minute.
if only there was a video camera.
It's not the sexiest of looks.
And somebody categorizing too guys that are using bikini pics on the gram to pleasure themselves. Is it flattering or repulsive? Somebody said the fact that they're doing it's not repulsive. The fact that they send the message is.
Yeah, if a dude is telling you he's doing that, he's a pig, first of all. He really is.
He can send you a message that says something like, oh my gosh, you're so sexy, you're so hot. But I think if he tells you that he's pleasuring himself and you don't know him,
it's out of line.
It's a little over the line.
Well, that's different than saying to somebody that you think they're attractive. That's different than saying you think someone's beautiful. When you're talking about pleasuring yourself, especially as somebody you know, you are out of sync with people. You don't get it.
I think you're doing it thinking that it's going to get you somewhere with that
It's
person.
not.
And
It's not.
Right, and that's what I would say is that, what are you thinking? She's going to be going, oh, that's great, let's hook up for real. And like,
It's going to have the exact opposite effect with any normal girl.
You're out of sync. You don't get people.
Right.
Yeah.
And girls want to be told they're beautiful and they're sexy and oh my gosh, your picture's amazing. I can't believe how hot you look. You have to stop yourself right before you tell her what you're doing to your member.
Keep it together, dude.
Keep it together. That conversation happens after you're in a relationship.
I kind of think part of it might be the pandemic. I think maybe people are just so hauled away and so ginned up. They just don't know how to react to people anymore.
Don't tell her you're punching
They
it.
just don't even know what's right and what's wrong anymore. It's just we're all out of sorts.
Do you want to watch the KVJ Show live or on demand? Find us on youtube.com/KVJ Show.
Boy, keeping an eye on this storm, Hurricane Delta. Last I saw it was a Cat 3 with winds about 120 miles an hour, and it's set to hit Louisiana, they believe, later on today. Going to be a factor tonight into tomorrow.
Yeah, it's going the same exact area that got hit with Laura like a month ago. And I know my friend in Lake Charles, 20 days with no power. They just got it back on last week, and now they're about to get hit again.
They say it's that worst case scenario where it's the 1-2 punch, and that's the thing that is the hardest to overcome. We know in South Florida, if you lived here in 2004, if you're anywhere from, I guess, central to northern Palm Beach County all the way up through the Treasure Coast, and we took 3 storms that year. And by themselves may not have been, terrible, but they were all solid 2 to 3 category storms, and one set on top of us. And the combination of all of them, and I remember talking about that extensively, where we had blue tarps on roofs and a storm was coming in. And you're just like, what do you do now?
That's the pictures that I was looking at yesterday from Lake Charles. All these roofs have blue tarps. And people are evacuating because there's another storm coming that's just the same as Laura.
My question, and I think any of us that live in the paths of these storms, and you just look at the numbers, and there is no doubt that the frequency, the intensity, it is increasing every single year. It's getting worse and worse. How many hurricanes before you would move and how much intensity? Because I brought that up. I saw an interview with somebody that is in that area, and they had said after the last storm, they're like, this is just too much anymore. Like we have been here for like 4 or 5 generations, but we are breaking that chain and we are moving out of this area because it's just too much. We can't even rebuild. Every time we do, it's just starting all over again. And look, it's not trending down, it's trending up. So it's only going to get worse likely from this point.
It probably depends too. I mean, if you're a family that's had your house destroyed more than once,
right,
you're probably thinking, I can't do this anymore. If you're local and you've never had the damage happen to you, you may be like, you're not taking me out of my town.
Let's say it's a roof. How many roofs would you do in the span of how many years before you said enough is enough?
Oh, boy.
Probably
2, and I am reconsidering.
2 and 5 years.
2 and 5 years, and I'm really reconsidering.
It's going to have to take at least 24 times. 24 roofs out of
24 roofs
and then
in 5 years.
And then I'm out.
So you're really...
I'm hunkering down here.
You're holding on to it.
I'm a local.
We somehow get very lucky. Honestly,
our little area.
You better knock on some wood over there.
He's right though. Since I've lived here in South Florida, in Palm Beach County, the Palm Beach Gardens area, Lake Park, West Palm. Not to say we haven't had our moments, but we have had a lot of really disastrous close calls that could have destroyed and leveled us out, and it does. It's missed us many times.
Yeah, and you've got of course Andrew in the early '90s, but you take that one away, and for the most part, there's just something about that stretch.
I feel like, especially in the last 10 years, there's been at least 3 big storms headed right to our radio station. I mean, it looked like it's going right to West Palm Beach.
And we are at work the very next day with about 4 branches down in the parking lot, and we're like, wow.
What was the one? Was it Floyd? I mean, when you came into town, I think it was a 5.
That was a 5.
And it was coming. It was coming right at us, and it turned at the last second.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, I remember I had the wood up. I was there. I was ready. And I'm like, this is a hurricane? I never experienced anything like it. I'm like, people are like, no, dude, it missed us. I was like, okay, because if that was a Cat 5, man, you guys make a big deal out of nothing.
Oh, thank God that thing turned.
No doubt.
It would have been disastrous.
Because that was very, very early in our time here. And, I mean, I don't think we were prepared. We were young. We were dumb.
Idea. Yeah, I was definitely dumb. And I was hammered the entire time. Yeah, I did everything wrong. Like if I wrote a book of what not to do during a hurricane, I did everything on that list.
So the only thing that's really changed is that y'all got old?
Yeah, we're still dumb. Just old now. It's a terrible way to be.
Old and dumb. It's a good look.
Yeah. I'm just curious how many people, are going to have to ask that question in different places. And I believe, I haven't seen statistically, but I think the Carolinas get more than we do.
It seems like they do, man.
It really does.
That stretch. But it'll be interesting. People that live in the Gulf or on the coast in this area and are dealing with hurricanes. Quick shout out for this weekend to the Miami Heat tonight against the LA Lakers in the NBA Finals. Shout out to the Miami Canes, number 7, going up to number 1 Clemson this weekend. Shout out to Pembroke Pines' Sophia Kennan. She is in the women's finals at the French Open this weekend.
Kennan?
Yes. So got to get a shout out to all the sports stuff going on with the South Florida Ties. Going to be happening. Also a shout out to the KVJ Workday Grocery Giveaway 2 more times today, 2 and 5 p.m. David D. Natali of Hope Sound picked up his 200 earlier with us at 9.
Aww. David! Whoop, whoop.
All right, Bird, take us to the After the Show podcast with your thought for the day.
I don't know if Virginia's gonna like this one, but I like it. If I do not practice one day, I notice it. If I do not practice a second day, the orchestra notices it. If I do not practice a third day, the world notices it. Good job, Bird.
Okay. So practice.
Practice.
where people notice.
Okay.
Is that all I have to do to shut you off?
I'm confused.
There you go. And you shut her up.
The KVJ Show. Mornings and the best variety of the 2000s, 10s, and today. 97.9 WRMF.